need to find a place to sleep.
Oh.
Yes, you need to find a place to sleep because of things. Also, hello everybody.
Hello.
No.
We are back. We are back.
Hello, everyone.
Yes. And despite the fact that we're saying that we need to find a place to sleep, we're in a place where we can't sleep.
That always
The
how
place
it
could
is.
be more comfortable than the sewage.
I mean...
Yeah, better than the underground river.
I mean, we've got the sewage, we've got the possibly cursed fountain, we've got the room full of 6 freshly dead zombies? Question mark?
Just need to clear them again. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but now they can just walk out and kick our asses if they want to.
True.
Normally, I'd be annoyed at the ad that plays every time I click on yours, but it was for what we do in the shadows, and that's just lovely.
I see.
I think I got a Fortnite ad.
Fortnite.
Ain't just doing the default dance in the corner? Yeah.
Ah, yes, the obsession that I really didn't want to be an obsession, but it became an obsession. Help me.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no.
There's no helping you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If there's a way, I would.
You only knew the power of Fortnite.
Yeah.
As I saw the latest ad that Darth Vader's gonna be joining.
And
Oh, you're
Goku.
already in.
Yeah,
And
don't forget Goku.
Goku, Whis, and Beerus are going to be joining. Apparently, no, not Whis. Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus.
Yeah,
They should have put Whis in.
They should have put Whis in. Put a literal overpowered angel in a game where you can just fuck with shit would be amazing.
I just
Whis.
want to see Whis with a gun. Sounds
Yeah.
hilarious.
But no, Vader is a reward for the current season pass. He's level 100 reward, I believe.
Yerp.
I'm sorry, the idea of seeing any character just running around with a gun, I've seen too much Gmod stuff to have that phase me anymore.
Yep.
Okay, I see where you're coming from with that, but it'll never be funny, or not be funny, seeing whenever you summon a gun as Naruto, they actually do a jutsu.
No jutsu.
Nah, sorry.
Yes, my Glock Jutsu.
Look, running around with a gun isn't the fun part. It's the emotes, okay? So, yeah, don't bat an eye at, Vader holding a gun. Bat an eye at Vader, on a little pink unicorn seesaw.
It's true.
Wait to see Vader floss.
I mean, yeah, no, I was actually just picturing Rue flossing with her typical, nonplussed expression.
Yep.
Just complete eye contact with you as she does it, but, still just flat face.
No, not even the floss. She'd just T-pose.
Oh, she would.
Even more intimidating.
just T-posing at, Tyrant Bane, who's huddled in the corner.
No, I'm just reminded. It's just like, oh god, the Marlon Webb take on me dance. Just Vader doing that. I'm like, oh my god.
Reminds me, I forget what the dancing game is, but I saw on Twitter you can beat one dancing game with double A score if you just T-pose the entire time.
Oh, good.
I mean, we also have DMRs in Fortnite now, too, so that's a fun thing.
Real quick, I had to share that with everybody. That's just too adorable.
Aww.
No.
For those in chat, it's a picture of a bunch of spider Pokemon giving webs to an old lady as she's knitting.
Oh, I didn't even see the Chult until you mentioned it. It's like, oh yeah, my favorite.
My favorite bug. I love him.
Spooter.
My favorite boog.
So, with that little bit out of the way, who's all ready to get started for tonight?
Yeah.
I just want to say I don't think there's anything more pure than a grandma knitting of spider Pokemon. That's adorable. I didn't expect that today.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't either. That's why I was like, I need to share this. We need something nice before we go into the bullshit.
Yeah.
A nice little palate cleanser to get us into the mood. I like it.
Yes,
we need our wholesomeness.
Welcome, one and all, to session 37 of Chult of Personality. When last we left the expeditionaries, Rue, the human druid monk, Zeno, the half-elf, half-goat sorcerer, Dan, the half-elf witch, Tyrant Bane, the minotaur paladin, Enoch, the human warlock, and Elise, the wood elf ranger fighter. The first half of our party was locked in battle with the Sioux monster mummy of Wango bearing a fearsome mace. It swung the mace and hit Zeno, which resulted in Wango attempting to possess him, though it was unsuccessful in doing so. Through Rue's wild shape into a giant constrictor, in tandem with Dan's newly acquired staff of the python, everyone inside Wango's tomb was able to dispatch the mummy. During a short rest, another group of tomb dwarves went to fix the damage the party did in Obalaka's tomb. The expeditionaries surprisingly managed to secure a tentative truce with this group of 4 dwarves, and more importantly, some information regarding the shrouded nature and magical defenses enchanted into the Tomb of the 9 Gods, including but not limited to divination in and out of the tomb, and the defenses of not being able to manipulate the stone inside. Finally, there was mention of their custodial foreman, Withers, who apparently was responsible for the design of the traps the party has encountered thus far. And whilst this intel was being gathered, Rue changed into a frog and began spelunking in the underground river of the first floor, discovering dangerous gas and a couple of secret passages. The 2 dwarves, satisfied with their repair job, were paid by Tyrant and gemstones for the information as they left, out of sight with their tools in tow. Finally, the expeditionaries returned to Moa's tomb to investigate it further. As the party, one by one, entered the tomb through the massive stone jaws, a voice of a scared child begged for their help. The Partak, the voice of the child, grew ever more scared of her predicament, and our heroes tried their best to speak no truth to the doomed child. But alas, she grew more frightened, and the nature of her predicament came to light, as green flames erupted from the skull inside the shattering glass case of the Tomb of Moa, which also summoned a legion of undead spiders to accost the party. With combat finally over, and having also acquired the skull of a skeleton they had seen entering here as well, with a triangular-shaped piece of metal bolted to its head, where shall our brave heroes venture next in the Tomb of the 9 Gods? Let's find out. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one.
I'm going to say that I was trying hard not to laugh until you said half goat, half elf, human.
Quarter human, quarter elf, half goat. There's a lot going on with this one.
Oh yes, it's just like Mad Bear Pig. Half man, half bear, half pig.
I was gonna say he's almost Samus Aran. Gotta get a few more things up in there.
I just want there to be a cutscene where they just a science officer takes a look at Samus and goes, "Ooh, oof, ooh."
There's a lot with you.
I was gonna say that feels like something that would happen on Deep Space Nine. Julian just look at her and go, "Fascinating."
Look, this is a DNA strand. Okay, that's a human DNA strand. Okay, this is your DNA strand. Just shows a picture of Gritty.
I think my favorite meme of her is Samus going, my ancestry results are here. She opens the envelope. What the fuck?
Alright, so expeditionaries.
That's us.
Brew and Zeno, you 2 are currently in the tunnel that is leading down towards the underground river. Dan and Enoch, the 2 of Tyrant Bane, are all inside the Tomb of Moa. Meanwhile, Elise is just outside the stone jaws next to Orvex and Kawasha.
Bless you.
Thank you. I didn't think that picked up. Oh, I got a powerful sneeze.
Oh, you too. I blame my father for that.
That sounds like flak cannons during Stalingrad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess Enoch will pick up the triangular metal plate and look at it.
Yep. All right. Yep. You have a skull. It is a. It has this long, two pieces of metal that rise to the top of it, and then both fastened on top of that. Like I said, there is a large, triangular piece of metal that's also attached to it.
He'll key on his Eldritch Sight and see if it's magical.
That's not magical.
Well, that's good.
What is it? Oh, it's his crown, isn't it?
Well, I think it's more than that. It's a bit more complicated. Especially since it was built into his head. I think it's a key of some kind, but I can't think of any place where we'd have to shove it in.
A torture device key?
I mean, that seems on brand for what we're learning about this Asirarak guy.
I'd be inclined to agree with you. Do you want me to hold on to it for you?
I think it'll be safe in the bag for now.
Oh, yes, I forgot the bag. The bag, yes.
Yeah.
Get in the bag.
Though we also,
In the-
though we also haven't asked Rue her opinion if she wants to try the mace.
Oh, you know what? Yes, I could ask her.
Okay, I think she's scouting out the river.
Okay. Rue and Xena will hear heavy hoof steps.
He turned back to look at him.
Hi, Rue. How does Rue look after we hammered a skull?
Same as she ever was, completely nonplussed.
I see. Rue, we found a mace that I think would be up your alley. Would you like to take a look at it?
You mean the one that the attacking monkey had?
Yeah, she was with me when we got it.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm just we were talking and we just thought that you would be a good fit for the mace.
She turns with her, and she like lightly clunks her staff in front of her, and she arches an eyebrow.
And we all have preferences for weapons. Understandable. Okay. I'll let you know.
She just kind of slightly nods. It's all right.
Doing a good job. Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
Pirate Bait is literally understandable. Have a day.
He will plop back and step over these dead spiders.
I imagine the floor's just littered with them at this point.
Yep.
There's like just a carpet of dead spiders.
Yep. Legions and legions of re-dead
Right.
undead spiders.
You know, I talked, and you know what? She likes her staff a little bit more. I would be inclined to agree.
She gave you the scary eyes, didn't she?
There have been creatures we have hunted who look less intimidating than Rue's case.
Fair enough.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll see what we come across in the way of the other 9 gods, but I feel like this mace is going to be something that's probably going to come down between me or Elise down the line.
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, for now, the 2 gods I'm most afraid of dealing with are 1, Wongo, points in the bag, and that damn Al Mirage. Yeah, you definitely see his features darken.
Well, when it comes to the legends of the 9 gods, even the benevolent ones could be read as being wicked, and even the wicked ones could be, in their own ways, be seen as benevolent.
That's fair. We'll just have to see what tombs we make it to. Alright,
That's going to be the hard part, just figuring out what god to pair with what person if we to obtain their aid.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna attempt something here, but above game, I'll let Caitlin and DeLuna go first because this might take a minute.
Oh, Rue will just kind of look back. Did everybody get through?
They're still in there.
No, I don't know if I want to go too far ahead without everybody.
Neither do I. Like, here's the thing. I'm thinking we can if we like barricade at least the entrances, we should be okay in there. But I just really don't want to deal with any more spiders.
A barricade would probably be fine. As for the insects, unlikely. Probably be safer to try to find a different spot to rest. The river itself looks safe when I passed through earlier.
Well, that's good.
Did
Might
we
not
ever figure
be
out how deep the river was?
That's actually a good question. How deep was the river?
For as a frog, it was, decently deep for you. As you're making your way over here, it kind of varies from what you can see. Right now, where you're at in the river, it's probably about like knee to waist high.
Okay.
As you're looking at, and when you were swimming around, I mean, the heights were kind of varying in various spots. Some spots were, had some decent height to it, like maybe a few feet above the water. Some of them were like dead even, and you had to swim underneath it. So.
Okay.
I'll
So
probably
you're
give it to you that the depths were probably very, like I said, between like probably about like 5-10 feet was about as deep as you saw it in a few spots.
So, in your opinion, Rue, which way would you think we would go, or we should go?
She purses her lips and kind of thinks. From the layout that I have seen of the temple, I assume that the area to the west will likely end in some form of room. Although those had a lot of spores to it. Problem is, I'm uncertain if there will be any form of either treasure or any more of those weapons that you have been seeking. Unfortunately, it would probably be best to look.
Yeah.
I imagine, at least for the sake of getting it out of the way, I would say probably the room to the west, and then likely head east over here. Although, I am alright with listening to what the group has to say.
If they'll get in here. Zeno wants to cut. I want Zeno to poke his head. Are you guys coming or what?
You'll see Enoch hovering his metal hand over the sarcophagus. I'm trying something real quick. And he's going to attempt to do fabricate on just the coffin and not the stone around it.
Ah, I see. Let me double check the properties of that sarcophagus. Yeah, as I'll give this to you as you've asked to cast fabricate on it. Yeah, the sarcophagus does manage to doesn't seem to be enchanted like the remaining walls are, and you are able to successfully cast fabricate on it. What would you like to turn it into?
Okay, this is gonna seem weird, but Enoch basically turns this into a bunch of... I don't remember what it's called, but what was the thing Peter Dinklage was in Destiny?
Ghost.
Yeah, you know the shape of that? Imagine that except slightly pointed like arrowheads. And he makes about 300 of that in a pile.
So you're basically making a bunch of stone caltrops is what I'm hearing.
Something similar, but yeah, they're They're basically spiked, kind of like a cross between a D4 and the ghost design.
All
still
right, I like
in the
it.
hand.
Yeah, you basically have judging by the size of the sarcophagus, yeah, you basically have 10 square feet of stone caltrops.
Well, Enoch will, once he sees it
Jeez.
works, he basically just like I said, he makes about 300 of the things. Okay?
Just imagine they come out like popcorn.
Yeah.
I just imagine just small little pop noises, just each
Well, yeah,
one coming out.
it's surrounded in like this mist of the magenta like particles that are his nanomachines, just making them up like ding, 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 ding. All right. Well, either they lose their enchantment after we get whatever's inside, or it's possible that I can maybe break down these coffins when we get into their rooms. This is good to know.
I mean, one turned to glass, so it would make sense they're more transmutable than he'll tap his foot on the floor.
Yeah, I still don't really understand magic, but I figure, like, even this Asirak guy's gotta have limits to what he can make magical. So I'm just testing it out to find out what we can and can't get around in this place. As you see, Enoch just slowly scooping all of the arrowheads into the bag of holding. He'll just like also look out. Are you guys ever gonna come in here? At Kawasha, Orvex, and Elise.
Speaking of that, Noah, Are the torches still lit on this face since after we beat the ghost head?
Yeah, the 2 torches in the eyes are still lit.
Okay. Well, we'll kind of just take a step inward.
Okay. That begs the question. Who's gonna go next? Alright. Orvex looks over to Kawasha. Well, who wants to go first? I don't know. Kawasha, you go first. Alright. Alright, so you see Orvex or Kawasha go through. I really don't like this. I don't like this. I don't want to go through it here. Are you sure there's no other way that I can, just wait out here and keep an eye on things? I don't want to go through that.
Enoch,
Would you like me to hold it open for you?
I was about to say, Enoch just goes through. He's just going to risk it to reset.
Okay then. That's a 28 to hit you, Enoch.
Yeah, that hits.
How much damage is that again? Go back to that page.
At this point, just imagine Enoch just reaches through his metal hand.
Alright, so that's 22 points of bludgeoning damage as it clamps down upon your arm.
Ow!
Alright, make, I suppose make a strength check in order to try and break out of it. Orvex will attempt to assist in getting you out of there, so roll with advantage.
Okay. Enoch's just standing there stuck with one arm in this thing's mouth.
And you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it's still crushing down on your arm.
I'm going to move over, and I'm going to help Enoch. I'm just gonna, lift up the fucking skull to help it.
Alright, I'll allow... Make a strength or athletics check for me.
Strength for athletics. Ooh, that's my favorite thing. Hot dog. I'm gonna use inspiration. Fuck that shit, Mr. Krabs. 18.
18. You try and pull him out, but he is still stuck.
I wish I could have given him advantage for that nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, alright, so another turn. You take 1 more point of bludgeoning damage.
You know what? If I start to hear this commotion, you know what? I'm gonna try something. Dispel magic on the skull.
Let's see. As you cast Dispel Magic upon the skull, Enoch, you feel an immense relief as the jaw drops and the jaw goes slack.
Oh, all right. Whoever did that, thank you. Oh,
A silent thumbs up.
Here you go. Let me help you out.
thank you. Come on in, Orvix. It's safe now.
Oh, alright. Thank you. As Orvex waits for Enoch to make his way through, and then he'll follow suit.
10 points cure wounds on Enoch.
Thank you. Well, I have learned something new. It turns out my metal arm can still be broken.
Yep, there's a lot of dings that have resulted. Some very large stone-shaped tooth marks are on your arm.
All right.
Zeno looks down at his, I'm assuming now hairy arm. Like, what does he see? Does he see like indentations, stuff like that?
Oh, you're talking about it as for Zeno?
Yeah.
With yours, yeah, some of the fur was matted a little bit, maybe just a little specks of blood here and there, but actually, at this point, Zeno, I'll say your feet are starting to feel uncomfortable as you're kind of looking down. Oh. It's kind of awkward to walk around in your shoes at this point. It's like you can't feel your toes anymore.
Not the little toesies.
I can't believe they took your toes.
No more pities.
Alright, so Zeno's gonna take off his boots.
You take off your boots and they look more cloven than they do actual human feet now.
Well, that's gonna take some getting used to.
Is the staff really worth it at this point? I'm gonna be real with you. That thing is mostly for hitting people, and I've never seen you successfully hit anything up close.
Well, it may be useful for, you know, a worst case scenario as Orvex kind of chimes in.
You say that, but I consider turning into a goat to be a worst case scenario.
Well, to be fair, when we ran into its former wielder, as it kind of looks over towards Elise and Dan and Zeno, it did maintain, it wasn't a full-on goat, it was just, it had cloven hooves and horns, and I think it had like 3 fingers, I'm pretty sure. Aside from that,
True, but we don't know how far along that individual was, in fairness. He might have died before the curse fully held, and it stopped at that point.
that is a possibility.
I mean, we're assuming this curse was going to turn you into an actual goat. We didn't think that maybe it's more satyr-like.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, as he just kind of looks around at all of you, what's our plan of attack then? Where do we go from here?
I think we're going to go down that staircase and follow the river. I believe.
Dan's gonna hop on his broom.
All right. Well, lead the way then. I shall follow suit. And I should as well, as Kwasha goes to stand behind Orvex.
Should I resummon Yuki, or hold off on that until we get to a more solid area.
Probably wait till we get to a safe spot.
Fair point.
Just grab a bicycle pump that has Yuki's name on it and just.
That's the
Yeah.
ritual.
That is something. You know, you still got the boats in the bag.
No, we never fit the boats into the bag.
How many things can that bag hold?
A lot. It's got like a weight limit.
All right.
Yeah, it's mostly
here's
small
the-
stuff now.
Rue, do you think we could afford to cross that river comfortably, or is it too deep?
It is varied as far as deepness goes. I would say that between 10 and... or 5 and 10... 5 and 10 you said was the deepest, right?
Mm-hmm.
5 to 10 feet was probably at its deepest. I imagine, at least for those part, we can swim comfortably. At least for a time. For the most part, it felt like it was at least fairly knee to waist deep. I'm sure we could manage.
Still, as long as we watch our footing.
Well, it's time to discover if I still float.
Lisa's gonna look at Kwasha. We know you can turn into animals. Any chance that you could maybe turn into something that can swim? Potentially something that some of us could ride.
I'm afraid I'm not as versed in that, but I can't swim, but
Please, you sword.
I don't think I'm as talented as... And he extends a hand towards Rue as her.
Worth a try, at least.
Well-
At any rate, I at least should not be a burden to you.
Would anyone have any objections to me taking point?
Go
Not at
right
all.
ahead.
And I'll just go ahead and just gird up my shield and my sword, and I will go here at the foot of the river.
All right.
You know, now that I think about it, I could bring Sem out. I don't know if he'd be big enough to take everyone, but be a ride. Oh, the serpent. I named the serpent staff Sam.
Let's just see how deep it goes first. I'll bring up the
Alright.
rear since someone needs to watch our back.
All right.
How does the water look? Is it clear or is it brackish?
Surprisingly clear, actually.
Well, Rue, at least it will be easy to watch for stones.
Wait, what?
I said, well, Rue, at least it will be easy to watch for stones.
I suppose so. Although, considering this temple and all of its tricks, I trust nothing really.
Yeah. No, I can expect as much. And what else could possibly happen? Would the river rocks move?
He feels a light thunk to his head. Don't tempt fate.
Okay. Very well, very well.
All right. So, which way do you attempt to head? The river flows from west to east. Do you want to go upriver or downriver?
Come to think of it, if we do at least rest at some point, I could probably take care of those spores. I would need to remeditate and change a few of my spells. Perhaps upriver might actually be the smarter option.
I agree. There might be some respite. Alright. I will take a couple steps.
All right.
Here I go.
You wade into the water, and it is very cool. Which is especially so considering it's underground and this spot is, especially out of the sunlight. I suppose that you would be brandishing your flame-tongue longsword as a light source?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so you cast your light, and yeah, just the red glow as it reflects off the surface of the river as it's going forth. You see, like I said, it's clear water, pretty cool, and nothing much else around you.
All right. Seems well enough. This way.
All right.
Is this upstream?
That's downstream.
This way.
Ah. No, I thought this was upstream. Sorry, I was
This
looking at
way.
this going up. I thought that was up.
Yep. To the west, that is upstream. To the east, that is downstream.
I was about to say, Rabbit, you went through the entire bit of an 80s road trip movie.
I think it's that way.
I really channel my father when it comes to directions.
We're not lost, it's an adventure.
He has said that to me before.
We have similar Midwestern dads, my friend.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you want to go downriver. As you wade your way across, you definitely hear the sound of rushing water coming from ahead of you. As I will reveal more of this.
Zeno walks in.
Oh yeah, your fur is definitely getting damp.
That's gonna take some getting used to.
You'll get used to it. Hooves are actually surprisingly easy to go ahead and walk on rocks with.
You know, again, like that's not surprising considering the ghosts that we used to have in my village would walk on the side of buildings sometimes. No idea how the hell they did that, but I guess that's something you can do.
Is this something I can do?
I don't know.
Trilex did that once when he was drunk.
All right.
I remember he climbed as high up to redwood as anyone. That is a waterfall.
All right.
Oh, good thing I can fly.
The underground river plunges down into a dark, rocky chasm. Cold air swirls up from below like the breath of some monstrous creature. Through the gloom, you spot an ornate treasure chest resting on a ledge opposite.
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
There's a treasure chest across the chasm.
Nice.
Would you like to go see it? Wait, what's that? Above game. I need to see if I actually do have my level 4s yet. It's like doing a teleport.
We haven't rested, so I doubt it. You used them to get out of the last area.
Yeah.
God damn it. No. Never mind.
I mean, I still have this broom I'm riding. And I could go into the middle of the chasm and you could use your mage hand and pop it open in the event of traps or anything.
Do we know if it has any keys? Remember what happened last time we dealt with Jess?
It's fair.
Who would put a trap chest on a ledge leading nowhere in a chasm?
I mean,
I've seen stupider. I saw a man with a alligator on his back.
let's just consider this temple so far. There were 3 chests with keys inside them that only turned when the chests were closed, a room where telling the truth made a skull explode into anger, and the shield with eyes and a bunch of undead. Is it really so far-fetched to think a trap chest might be on a ledge?
I think there is a human saying that that was a human saying I picked up from an expeditionary that would explain this man. Asshole. Real asshole.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, so it is a derogatory. Oh, I remember that. Okay, well.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
If you want to go down, Dan, I'll go with you.
All right. Let us be off. he'll hover down so Zeno can hop on the broom and then fly the two of them to about here. Is that within mage hand distance? Or
Oh,
should I
yeah,
move a little
definitely.
closer?
Definitely within range.
And let's see what I can get with this.
Hopefully, it's not like the giant hands that grab you in Mario 3.
Alright, so, as you use your mage hand to attempt to open the chest, it doesn't appear to budge open.
Great. Well, again, like I'm thinking that if this is like the last time, there's a key on the inside.
Well, it could also just be, locked. Although, do you think that gull head thing might be used for this?
Does it look like there's any place where the doll head would look like it go?
No. There's no, like, triangle indentation on this thing. It looks just like a normal, everyday treasure chest. With a normal, everyday lock on it.
In a normal, everyday, precarious precipice.
Exactly.
Just a perfectly innocent chest.
Caitlin, that reminds me yesterday, me and Bromed found something called an innocent-looking key. It was not innocent.
Alright. So,
Absolutely nothing suspicious about this chest. Nothing at all.
Don't be
No.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
so
Does anybody have something ranged to just blast it open?
I hold up a javelin.
I've got Toll the Dead. That might do something.
I mean, at this point, Enoch doesn't know there's a chest, so he's just staying here like,
Why aren't you next to us?
because I am following the line!
Because everyone's fucking terrified after Wick, and now the stone woman's here.
She sighs. Does anybody have any spells and or weapons that can blast open a blasted chest?
Oh. Well, I got my usual blasty bits.
She points.
Alright,
Sure.
I
alright.
will fly us out of the way. So you don't hit us.
Do you want me to brace you?
That would be appreciated, just in case. And Eldritch Blast. 18.
that hits.
There's the first. Second shot. 20.
That'll also hit.
Open up, damn you!
So that's 18 points of damage.
Alright, so, about that, as... Question for Dan and Zeno, how high up are you flying in this? There's about, 10 foot overhead as you're just kind of flying up. Are you even with the ledge, or are you, where exactly are you flying?
So I think when we were trying to open it with Mage Hand, we'd be like level with it, but
Okay.
once Enoch was the plan was to blast it a bunch, we'd probably move a little higher up in the event of anything happening.
Alright, so you would move about 5 feet up? Would that be
Yeah.
reasonable to assume? Okay, well, as those two Eldritch Blasts hit this chest, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get everybody to roll initiative because
Fucking knew it.
Perfect, guys.
Perfectly innocent chest.
Yeah.
and it rolled a nat 20. Holy
Oh,
crap!
good. It's so ready.
Unnatural 0 for Tyronbane.
That's a 13 for me.
I got a 3.
Milla, I'm not gonna lie, a mimic was the first thing I thought of as soon as I saw this.
Yeah, when the Mage Hand failed, I'm like, this is a mimic, isn't it?
I'm just I'm just an
Both of you
innocent-
guys would have flown out and touched it. That would have been absolutely hilarious.
I'm just an
would
innocent
have.
little chest.
Oh, yes,
But Dan is paranoid, and so am I.
Look, above game, Zeno's an idiot. I'm not.
I just like to think, just if you put a mage in front of a mimic, like just a little hand pops out of a lock and slaps her away, like, no, go, get out of here, go.
It's just terminal montage, just slapping like. All right. So I'll say, get everybody's initiative sorted out. We'll start with the mimic's turn, as I have to recalculate the damage it took. Let's see, total 18. It sees you on the broom, Zeno, and all of a sudden you see tendrils form from this chest, and it just saunters over to towards the ledge. And it's going to attempt to grab you.
No.
No. Wait,
Alright,
wait.
pseudopod attack. Does a 16 hit you?
Not with shield.
Alright, as you see this
Take the
tendril
risk.
this tendril just goes out and touches you, and then you're like, no, get away!
No, fuck you. Dad, get us out of here.
Will do.
Dan, pull the car around.
Alright. Next up is Enoch. The chest is moving and it's attacking your friends.
Enoch has no idea what a mimic is, but he is very much just rolling his eyes like, yep, this is my day. Second verse, same as the first.
Eldritch Blast.
And 11.
That will miss.
14.
That will hit.
Number 4 damage on top of the 18 it's already taken.
Okay. Just grazes the top of the chest of this creature, and Dan and Zeno, you get a better look at just a massive maw just unnaturally spawns from around where the lid of the chest would be, and a massive tongue just starts undulating in it. Anything else there for you, Enoch?
No, because I am out of spells, so I am just a cantripy boy now.
Alright, Elise. Bear in mind that moving through this water is going to be difficult terrain.
Okay, so 5 and 15 would get me right there.
Yep, you would have line of sight on it.
Okay. Alright, Hunter's March and start a firing.
Roll for it.
Shot number 1, 22.
That hits, and because it's been damaged, roll your Colossus Slayer as well.
14, 19 points of damage.
19, okay, let me just double check. Alright, so the full 19 points of damage. It's definitely looking rough now, as this, Dan and Zeno, you just see this black ichor just emanate from the base of the chest of this creature, and, yeah, it's looking rough.
But wait,
So-
there's more.
Of course.
Another
Yes.
22.
Go ahead, Billy Mays, roll that damage.
There you go, another 12.
And it's still barely up.
Oh, I'm just hearing, hey, everyone, it's Elise with the longbow.
Billy
I
Mays
thought you
here
just
for
posted-
Mimic Be Gone.
I just saw what you posted in chat. Fuck you.
Just remember what you want to say when it gets close to you is Yamate.
No.
Alright. Zeno, that'll bring us to your turn then.
So, not happy about the situation in front of him. Is this gonna look at this thing? I just cast Shatter. At my last 3rd level spell, because why the hell not?
Alright. So you're gonna do it at the wall so that you don't hit it yourself and Dan, I would assume.
Yeah, basically, it's gonna, like, it's gonna go emanate from around or from my point. So it's gonna hit everything on the cliff, but not hit me or Dan.
All right. Well, it rolled a natural 1, so go ahead and roll all the damage.
22.
You ever see that moment when the explosion goes off behind it in just slow motion? As all the debris that's just kind of sitting on top of this ledge just erupts? And it launches what above game is a mimic just into the air as it just begins to slump and go slack and the tendrils just flounder. Just imagine if it were like T-post spinning as it launches and it plummets down into the cavern below. And thus concludes combat.
I'm just imagining that it does the Wile E. Coyote bit as it's about to fall and just holds up a sign that says, "Oh no."
I was like, the sad thing is when you said explosion, I'm like, so it's like that one scene in Scanners where the dude's head blows up.
So what was that thing?
That was called a mimic.
Oh, Dan!
Yes!
There's a mimic across the chasm!
I know! I was there!
I'm sorry, I should have warned you earlier. It looked like a treasure chest.
That's
They
usually
do
their
that!
thing.
You
Wait,
couldn't
they
have
do-
known!
Wait, they do that?
Yes, they pretend to be objects! And then when you try to interact, they bite you!
And well, we
It's
just
how
get
they
go back up so
feed!
you don't have to yell at them anymore.
True. Do we want to go
Aspect is
down?
an asshole.
Yes!
Yes, very much so.
Do we want to go down into the chasm to see if there's anything in it? I don't know.
I wouldn't be
do.
able to accompany you.
I'm gonna ask above game, like, would because Zeno, since I just said he knows what they are, would he know they usually have stuff in them?
I'd say give your choice of either history or arcana.
Which one of
roll
us
that
has
one.
the higher? Well,
I'll let you both roll.
alright, I will roll Arcana. I'm gonna re-roll that Arcana with my inspiration.
I can do that too. Thank you for reminding me. I had that second one.
17 will do. I was insulted by the 9 and 23.
Why are there two nat 20s?
That's some bullshit. That is some hot bullshit.
So
as you two ponder about the intricacies of mimic biology, it is possible that they might have treasure inside it. However, you saw that when it went slack, you got a good look inside of it, and there was nothing inside of it aside from like its tongue.
Empty mimic? Rude.
maybe he was the young one.
Maybe.
Did not choose the best spot for it. Let's be honest.
Honestly, yeah, if we're talking about a predator trying to find prey on the other side of a chasm, is probably the worst place to put yourself.
As interesting as this debate is, can we start figuring out where we're going to go to find a rest? Because I'm getting very tired.
Yeah.
I agree.
Agreed.
I guess we can go ahead and... Well, I don't think a bed of roasted spiders would do well for us.
No, not particularly, no.
And I don't think there's enough room on the cliff where the mimic was for all of us to lie down, so...
And
I guess
don't
the other side...
As far as I'm aware, the only empty room left on this floor would be the room with the fountain.
I think he'll deal with that weird magnet again.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with the magnet.
Didn't it get turned off? Well, it might be turned back on by the dwarves.
This machinery is maddening to me.
It might not be terribly comfortable. However, we could try to find a shallow area of the river and rest there.
You know what? I'm down.
I've slept in worse places. Let's go ahead and see if we can't find a nice defensible bend in this river.
All right.
Maybe one where the water's extremely shallow.
All right. So as you make your way down, as you get to about this bend in the river right over here,
Mm-hmm.
the ceiling's a little bit lower, but it's actually shallow enough where you can actually lean up against it if you wanted to try and at least rest there. And the current is, shallow enough so it doesn't disturb you too much. So you could attempt a short rest there.
This looks serviceable.
Though I think
It will
Milla, I
do.
was about to say, Milla, I believe above game we were looking for a long rest.
Ah,
The best thing a DM could say. Oh, you were
Oh
you?
yeah. Oh, right.
You're looking for one of those, huh?
You know, we need to rest to recuperate and level up.
Yeah. We could use a level.
I don't know. I think this cave seems level to me.
oh, I
We
was gonna
can
say,
certainly try.
you can certainly try. You know what? Well, you can either try to go around the river here, or you can make your way back towards Moa's tube, or you can try somewhere else on this floor. I mean,
There
as far
was
as
that
getting
other. There was
Oh,
the
go
other room by the spores.
That
There
is
was-
full of undead.
There's also Wongo's room. It'd just be difficult to get in there.
Have you not been
I-
in that room already?
I do not want to touch that trigger plate.
Here's an idea. That room with the stairs, the hallway. Why don't
On
we
the
just
entrance?
post like above game right here?
You could
Like-
attempt by the entrance too. Yeah.
Why don't we just camp out by that fence and then we're going down there anyway.
I could clear out a small sleeping area among the spiders as well.
I mean, I got no problem sleeping among the now newly dead undead spiders.
Right. So you're gonna make your way back into Moa's tomb and attempt a long rest.
I mean, we
We
do have
will
the
attempt.
yeah.
All right,
All right.
that'll work well enough. All right. Well, I can definitely add undead layer housekeeping to my list of things I never thought I'd do.
All right. So,
You know
as you
what?
guys go to bed down and attempt to rest.
Before we do, the flaming skull is like right here, or the skull that was on fire was right there, right? Still a skull.
Yep.
I'm gonna pick that up, and just as a Dan's gonna look around, just as a precaution, and he's gonna go over all the way here, fly on over to the chasm, and drop it down, and then fly
Okay.
back.
Okay.
This place is full of undead. I don't want to take the chance of doing anything.
Yeah, that was very smart. Yes.
What did you just do?
I dropped the previously dead little girl's skull into a chasm
What?
Yeah.
Why?
What?
because
Because-
if it were to come back, it might attack. So now it's in a hole somewhere, decent bit away from here.
You mean the floating one? The one that
Yes.
could fly?
The flying one that screamed and exploded.
That can
The
fly.
one
up.
that could fly.
Dan?
Yes, but now it's going to take it a little bit of time, at the very least.
Will it take 8 hours?
No, but we'll see it coming.
But you'll be asleep.
someone who is watching, probably Enoch, will see it come through here because that's the only entrance it could take.
Thank you for putting this on my plate.
I mean, I put it on your plate because you're always awake, but someone else would be with you.
I mean, arguably, Elise only needs 4 hours, and I could camp outside the door by the stairs.
I wouldn't. It's one thing to fight things that have fallen to the black day, but knowing what they are and what they were kind of makes it sting a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
That's understandable.
I'll tell you what. I'll take first watch of Enoch. If it does come back in a fury, I will go ahead and bring Unk's light upon it. And maybe that will give the spirit some kind of temporary release until we can go ahead and destroy the Sirak. Okay?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So, for the sake of brevity, and because you managed to secure the spot in here for a long rest, you do manage to successfully complete your long rest and you level up. And this seems like a good time to take a break as you get that all sorted out.
I'm gonna bring Yuki back because
Oh, yeah.
I have the time to do so.
So I accidentally rolled hit dice when my entire character's been doing the median, and I still got the median. That entertains me.
5e. What the fuck is this crown?
I also got.
It's been so long since I did this level. What a weird story I can tell my friend. I'm just like, you ever do a guest roll where you level twice? He's like,
Well, I imagine now you have something to talk about with Bosco.
I've already made
apparently
him.
that's a thing.
I've already made him wheeze a couple of times with that. And he's just like, I'm the role. What are you playing, Paladin? Nice. I've leveled 2. He goes, oh, you're like me. I'm like, I'm the Remy now. He went, you're never the Remy. Shut the fuck up.
Well,
The
no.
only difference is that you made it faster into the main cast than he did, apparently, so.
True.
Well,
I
all I
did.
was gonna say is you can't be the Remy. You actually succeed charisma rolls.
It's because I'm a paladin. If I did bad charisma rules, I wouldn't be much of a paladin now, would
I mean, looks at Bosco's entire Prince Division run.
I?
What level
Man.
are we at now? Just to make
9.
sure.
9.
Nine.
9?
Yep.
I'm at 7.
Oh.
Well, we better cram those
What?
level ups in there then, Rabbit.
Oh, when the fuck did we become a?
Well,
I mean 9.
Well, Rabbit, now you also get ability score improvement, so you can make your charisma even stronger.
Yeah.
Stronger, Cal. For a
Because-
stronger age.
Let's see. You would have gotten 7th level upon reaching Omu. Completing the Fate of the Night the Fate of the Night Serpent would have given you 8th. Or before that, you would have gotten that. And then finishing the first floor here would have given you 9th. Is basically how I was doing milestone leveling. So, yeah.
Think I'm going to get rid of Fog Cloud
Oh.
because I have literally never used it.
Oh shit. Oh shit, this is funny. I'm sorry. Excuse me a minute. I just gotta go ahead and just shunt in like levels and shit. So I get an ability score increase. Cool. Okay, so that's 18 charisma and 19 strength. Sweet.
Oh,
Too
right.
sweet.
I get my subclass spells. I get Mislead and Seeming. I get more ways to be invisible. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you wanna know what I get? I get Aura Vitality and Spirit Guardians.
All right, Chad.
Nice.
I'm letting you guys know this. Everyone else here knows this, but I'm getting rid of Fireball for right now.
I think I know exactly what I'm gonna make my Spirit Guardians.
Ooh.
I'm
A bunch of flail snails.
You had a
Yeah.
feeling.
gonna have a Jape.
I'm also picking up scrying because obviously I'm picking up scrying, and I get a ritual spell. I'm picking up Liamon's tiny hut because I feel like that's going to be super useful from this point
Yes!
on.
Yeah, no. I please just whenever you cast it, just have Yuki just get really long, like coil upwards like a candy cane and go and just vomit out the entire hut. Just
All right, I'll be right back.
Well,
He just pulls a hootie.
I already imagined Dan's teacher to look like that fucking lady from the Owl House. So
Yes, Ida would be great. Though apparently, whenever I watch a show like that with a bunch of our friends in a different server, we always play the game of who is identified as who, and everyone's just like, "Okay, Vaughn, you're Ida." I'm just like, I can't argue with this.
I like the I've never watched much of the Owl House, but I like the voice actor talking about it because he was just trying to actively just piss off the director. He was like, "I'm just gonna do crackhead Mickey."
Yep, that was Alex Hirsch when they're just like, just come up with a voice for Hootie.
Yeah, and he's just like, "All right, here's crackhead Mickey, fuckers," and they're like, "We love it," and he's like, "Oh,
And
cool."
Then they just actually wrote around his voice to make him say creepier and creepier things.
Right?
be emotionally scarred forever.
No, my favorite will still be from near the end of season 2. I am your god now! Just as explosions go off in the distance.
Even now, the evil seed of what you've done germinates within you.
But yeah, I'm not going to say what spell I got from my subclass, but I will say we are going to touch on what invocation I get here when we get back to in-character
if
stuff.
I'm doing this, and that's that, and then when you level, it's your con and like half your dice, like half your hit dice, so it's like what? So I get 8?
Well, you could take whatever is half. For you, it's typically rounded up. You should be a 1d8, correct?
I'm D10.
A d10?
Yeah, pallets are D10, yeah.
So they would typically round that up to, I want to say, 6 plus your con?
6 plus con? Oh, sweet. So that's 9, so 18.
Bill, you got the message right.
Oh, let me take a look here.
Oh, that's...
You know what?
I am a beefy cow. All right.
I'm thinking about what to switch Fog Cloud out for. I could grab Gust of Wind and see how that works in that corridor down there, since that is a thing we were thinking about actively, if we go down that way.
I was about to say, if we were one more level higher, it wouldn't matter to Enoch, but I don't want to spoil what happens to him at 10th level.
Gotta see if I get any more fucking spell slots or something. 8th, ability for martial versatility? Oh, that's an optional thing. And I have 4th. I get dude slots. Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Rabbit, you've quickly become my favorite paladin player.
Oh.
Between Tyrant Bane and Silas, oh, so many good times.
Oh, well, Silas, I wanted to make something for Silas, I wanted to make something for Jake's campaign, and it really sounded like early 90s anime, early 90s fantasy anime, so I was like, okay, we can do something with that. And then Milla's was pretty easy, because I was just like, are there Minotaurs in the jungle? And he's like, yes, there are. And I went, I was joking, but now I'm going to make a Minotaur. All right, that sounds great. Like,
And it gave me this awesome hook to work with your backstory. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just built it in. It's just chef's kiss.
You just hear them. You just hear them walking, going jungle cows. I just want this is just a splinter of this tribe. The entire tribe I just imagined is just Monster Hunter. It's just New World. Like
They have a bunch of short tabaxi running around with them.
Tabaxi do exist in Chult, so yeah.
They come from
Oh,
Chult.
wait.
But
a tribe of Tabaxi and Minotaur, just tired man, just being a fucking SNS man.
Don't mind me as I'm writing down notes.
I've also been...
I
Recently, I've been talking with Miss Tweetums, and it turns out they're also running through Tomb of Annihilation right now. but they had a totally different plot hook to start their campaign. So they have done all of the side quests we've ignored.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, they've done the pirate adventure. They actually went into the mine with the dragon. And I'm just like, oh, I can't tell you about any of the stuff we're doing right now because you have to still get to Omu. You have to
We
learn.
speed ran.
Oh, my proficiency bonus is a 4. I'm stupid. Okay.
I just realized instead of getting Conjure Wind, I could also, or Gust of Wind, I could get Conjure Woodland Beings. I could
Alright,
make
real quick,
things
Milo,
disgusting.
send another message.
I gotta see what else do I get at 9.
Oh, Rabbit, you'll love this from Bubba in chat. Monster Hunter Moo World.
Moo World. Oh my god!
Oh, that's fantastic.
I-
Thank you, Bubba.
I love Paladin. I love martial fighters. Next character I want to play in 5e is probably somebody that doesn't have a spell list. Somebody I can play with. The inspiration was I want to play a character no matter how drunk or tired I am, and almost unanimously everybody at my bar went barbarian. You want a barbarian?
That is true. Though, Rabbit, if you get the chance, I could give you the combat butler thing I showed you that one time.
Yes, actually, I could do that, and his background would be he's a cook. So,
Oh, that'd be awesome.
All right. How are we doing for level ups, everybody?
just about done. I'm just trying to find out what spells I get. So I get Aura Vitality and Spirit Guardians, which are my 3. But can I also pick a spell? I forgot how picking spells work. I don't.
Yes, you can still pick spells because if they're for Paladin, those are always prepared for you. Here, I can just pull up the Paladin spell list and drop it in Discord for you.
Yep, you can
Radical.
prepare a number of spells equal to your paladin level plus your charisma modifier, I believe.
There's so many
Copy.
good spells.
Right
Oh,
there.
stupid! This is gonna get bonkers. All right.
You
Hold
know
on to your
what?
butts, people.
There you go.
What do you guys think? Should I pick Gust of Wind or should I get Conjure Woodland Beings and get this to ridiculous levels?
I think we
I
have
Get a
will
enough.
bunch
tell
of
you-
Blink Dogs.
I will tell you, I did put on Gust of Wind.
Okay.
I will
So
tell you one of the spells I
definitely
put
not
on.
that one.
Or Zeno's gonna be able to fly now.
All right. Okay, so what else then?
Oh, robot chiming in. Can't wait till you find the secret cow level in this dungeon.
No.
Moo.
Mo.
I just imagined a room full of cows in Minecraft.
I just imagine just a bunch of just the cow level from Diablo, and then Tyrant Bane looking back at Enoch going, "That's racist."
Milo, I'm sad. I'm sad now. You said cows in Minecraft, and my first thought was Achievement Hunter. Not the
Yeah, I
same,
mean,
but-
I was thinking about Edgar too, you know.
Yeah, but I don't like thinking about him because it's
Yeah.
the
that's
guy is
it's
an
enough,
asshole.
it's enough to talk about. We're fine.
Yeah.
All right, and Spirit Guardians, or as I will call it, Wave of Snails.
Oh, I miss you, Spirit Guardians. That was a good move.
Don't worry,
One
I'll
of the-
take it for you.
One of the only moves I used with Wick, but boy, was it a good one.
Range, self.
You get Guardian of Nature, but I don't know how useful that's going to be in our current area.
I mean, it brings nature to you by automatic.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of a different spell, I think.
It passes the savings on to
Wrath of Nature was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, Guardian of Nature, one of the best spells for Druid point blank.
Well, I was gonna.
Waiting and following on a flaming tube, man.
I don't think I have Guardian. No, I don't.
Don't believe it'd be used a lot, but I could get Dream.
Well, I wasn't gonna spoil when I took, but apparently I accidentally clicked an attack. So I'm taking Sharpshooter.
Oh boy,
Ah, yes.
All
that's a
right.
good one.
That is one of the better ranger spells. It
Or rate your feats, yeah.
Ranger, you mean a feat? Yeah.
yeah, that's right. You get
So I have archery fighting style, close quarters fighting style, and now I have Sharpshooter.
So instead of taking ability score increases, you've just been taking feats.
I've only taken 1 feat so far, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, that's baller
Because
anyway.
both both archery and close quarters are fighting styles, not feats. Because I'm ranger fighter.
Oh, that's right. I
The reverb on that hit. Though.
Yeah, I know. The desk
Boom.
sound just sounds like the gong of understanding.
I am going to go refill my drink, so I'll be right back.
All right.
I should
Oh,
do
yes.
that too. But
And
first things
also-
first, I'm selecting whatever spell. Could do giant insects. Get a bunch of giant bugs on our team.
Like above game, that's funny, but in game, Zeno would immediately hate Dan if he did that.
It doesn't have to be spiders. It could be wasps. Giant wasps.
From the
Giant-
grave, Rick just cringes at that.
There's a whole lot of giant bugs it could be. We could have a giant centipede friend. Or a scorpion.
I just love that we're still the all summoner party no matter what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Let me take a look at.
Also
these
get summon Fey
spells.
Spirit. That is an option.
Thank you. All right. Well, what else am I gonna do?
Summon Fey. Let me look at this.
I was about to say if we enter any card in here with
I'll take that one. Good. That's. I think I'm gonna need this if this whole stick situation gets even dumber.
So like my base 2 hit bonus now with the longbow is currently plus 11. With my dex with the additional with close quarters and archery with the additional pluses to hit as well as my proficiency.
Ow.
I'm just. You're gonna laugh at this. Oh, hold on. Annihilation. Typing. Action.
I'm gonna find this
Range,
stat block for it.
We're in booping distance. All right. There we go. Yeah, you'll love this. If this curse gets even dumber, I'm just gonna really just gonna look at Zeno and just like poke him in the forehead and
Yes.
just stop. Just stop it.
Stop being a goat. Just cease.
I'm just gonna have just poke him in the forehead, not like kick the stick into the bag, throw it into the bag into Dan's hands, and go put it in the hole.
Get the hole.
Get in the hole.
It's in the hole.
I'm so sick of these sordid shenanigans.
That's actually a good, interesting question above game. If he casts a remove curse on the staff, would he still be a goat?
It depends on the rules of
Or
the
would he,
staff.
would he still be a satyr? I mean, at this point, it's a satyr.
Well, it really just depends on the laws of the curse. I'm not.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
In other words, you'd have to find out.
Yeah.
Yep, we're gonna have to find the demon version of Legal Eagle, and he's gonna have to teach us like whether or not it's possible. Like,
Sits here with homebrew law degree. Well,
It's the briefing tiefling here to report all about your D&D rules.
one of my
The briefing tiefling.
I still remember one of my friends played an old god warlock one time, and like he just basically made his patron like an eldritch version of Vsauce.
Let's show you a pro elder god move.
Let's see.
And I
All right, so I'm gonna go take a quick bio break while you guys are wrapping up that stuff here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, take your time. I'm just about done here.
banishment could be fun.
Well, management would be fun.
It definitely
I've
is alright.
dis-
Saved our asses.
I've decided I don't want you to be anymore. Snaps fingers goodbye.
See, mine was easy. I had one spell. That's all I got. One whole
Mine,
spell.
mine. I'll say this. Mine was really easy too because as soon as I found out I only had one spell to work with, I knew exactly what I was going to do.
Yep,
My-
I pretty much already had what I wanted in my back pocket, so.
Yeah, same with Warlock. I was just like, well, I've already seen what the Warlock spell list is, and I know what my expanded spell list is. I'm taking that.
Oh, we got
The
that.
funny thing is, I had planned for this level. I then remembered, oh yeah, I can exchange spells that I don't particularly like on my build. And I'm like, I have literally never used Fog Cloud. I should get something else.
Also, did you ever look at the spells that you can learn from the spell book we spent a lot of time and effort getting for you?
Yes, but I don't have the funds to actually get anything from it, is the problem.
Even now?
Well, we basically have to find them.
Yeah, and we'd have to go back to Port Nyanzaru to actually get the supplies for me to copy shit over.
Looks at
The
man.
problem...
You're standing next to a man who's a living 3D printer.
I mean, we could see if Miller will allow
Corporations
us
hate
to...
him.
Back.
Oh, Milla, this pretty much goes without saying, but like Revify is kind of just like pissing in the wind in this, right? I just don't want to waste spell slots.
At this point in the adventure, yes, considering the nature of the death curse, but if you were to remove the death curse as a paladin, you could pick it up. So since you had to prepare your spells.
So, Milla, we were talking. Could Enoch technically use Fabricate to make the supplies I would need to copy from one of the spell books?
What's the ruling as far as the cost that it can make those items with?
I don't
let
believe
me
there's
just
an
scroll
actual
to
physical
that.
cost. It just is. It's about what materials are present. Here, I'll click it. From products of the same material, you can fabricate wooden bridges from a clump of trees, a rope from a patch of hemp, clothes from flax or wool. Choose raw materials that you can see within range. You can fabricate a large or smaller object contained within 10-foot cube or 8 connected 5-foot cubes, given a sufficient quantity of raw material. If you are working with metal or stone or another mineral substance, however, the fabricated object can be no larger than medium. The quality of the object made by the spell is commensurate with the quality of the raw materials. Creatures or magic items can't be created or transmuted by the spell. You also can't use it to create items that normally are a high degree of craftsmanship, such as jewelry, weapons, glass, or armor, unless you are proficient with artisan's tools. So basically, if I need to make the ink for him to copy the stuff down, all I'd have to do is find something that could produce ink from a plant.
Potentially, yes.
Hmm.
That is definitely something I'm gonna have to consider.
Yeah.
Because if I have access to those, I have access to getting Gias or Geesh, however it's pronounced, Fireball. Gesh, okay. I could get Magic Missile, Shield, which would be really nice. I don't often get attacked, but if I do, Shield.
Let's also not forget the high-level ones like Cloud Kill.
Yeah, I could absolutely get Cloud Kill. Or Polymorph.
I mean, yeah.
Alright.
Luckily, this place apparently is overgrown by nature.
True.
So, is everybody all set with their level ups and ready to get back into the session?
I still need to get my very last spell, and then I'm good.
Alright.
Hmm. Oh, enemies abound could be fun. There's so many good spells. Damn it.
The tomb is your oyster.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Daylight.
Okay. You know what? I have an idea that would make sense for Dan to come up with, but it would require it's based on his knowledge of hags specifically.
He's gonna have to Dan harder than he's ever danned before.
Could Does Dream work on night hags? I believe the qualifier for Dream is that the being needs to be able to sleep, so it doesn't work on elves. And I forget if night hags above game actually do need to sleep or not.
Let's see.
As far as I'm aware, it's not part of their stat block.
Excuse me. Ha. Let's see.
Because if that is an option, Dan would absolutely fuck with Peggy using Dream whenever he could.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's something for later.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
I'm just adding 2 more spells to the list just in case they become useful. Because smites are fun, but also having an unlimited amount of spells is kind of fun too.
Yeah. Also, it occurred to me while I was realizing some things earlier that I really have just become the Edward Elric of this group. I'm the Full Metal Warlock.
It's
Really
true.
The Full Metal Alchemist.
The only thing you're missing is getting angry at people calling you short.
I mean, Enoch's an average size, so is everyone in the group except for Tyrant Bane, and I feel like at that point Tyrant Bane gets a pass.
I'm gigantic.
I feel like if he said that, Enoch would just turn, pat on the peck. Yes, you are.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and show you my spells for clarity real quick. I just got 1 more to add real quick. Oh, that one's real fucking easy. This one won't even take 2 seconds to add.
Was out for us?
Hmm?
Robot, like, that would have been Wick, yeah.
Well, now it's Warren Jr.
True, that would just mean that Tyrant Bane is Armstrong, which I think we can all agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
If you said Hughes, I would want to reach
Oh.
you through the mic and punch you.
Oh, dude, fuck the cook. Yeah, no, my battle butler is going to be Armstrong. I decided immediately.
Perfect.
That man is. Oh, I love that man.
I mean, you technically
Alright.
could because hand-to-hand is now a fighting style for fighters.
Here's don't tempt me with a good time. Okay, so Mila Visa for spells. I added up, so I have this one.
Less restoration. Gotcha.
Zeno, put down the fucking stick. And this one.
Magic circle. Very nice.
And also, these are the ones I got off my class. That one.
Alright,
Oh.
vitality.
And this one.
Spirit Guardians. Excellent. I like
Okay.
it.
So, yep. So that's just full clarity, everything.
Screw it, I'm grabbing Dream.
Ellerate, yes. And I take that as a compliment.
Based on how she's responding, I would totally see Rue as Riza. Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I mean, she even has tattoos on her.
I'll smile and nod.
Scoop cat. Yeah, she does too. She does too. That was your first mistake. She's aware of you now.
That make Dan scar because of the vengeance burning in his heart?
Possibly.
No, because Scar didn't have an adorable, squishy little fucking puppy with him.
It's true.
Alright, guys, this is breaking news I just found out about. Beavis and Butthead's coming back again.
Really?
Yes. Apparently, the movie did so well that they're like, yeah, we're just gonna bring this back. It's gonna be on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Fun.
Now I'm good.
All right.
I didn't grab water, but I am good to go.
All right. So, if everybody is ready to get back into it,
Yep, I'm Gucci.
go ahead and goat cheese to begin. As you guys all
What's up right over here, by the way?
begin to arouse from your long rest. Alright, so. So, for Zeno, for the thing, roll I guess it would be a stealth check? If you wanted to do a certain thing.
It's an 18.
Alright. I don't believe everybody has a passive perception higher than that.
Perception.
We'll say passive perception.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Yep. Nope. Still
Oh,
fucking
shoot,
up.
I
It's
forgot
10.
Forgot to level up Yuki's HP.
So, as all of you begin to rouse from your long rests, Orvex and Kawasha just go and stretch and Kawasha just kind of stops and turns and looks over towards Zeno. Wait. He just kind of saunters on over. You guys see that Zeno is actually a goat.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, what?
I'm awake 24/7.
Yeah, you just looked, Enoch, at 1 minute, you saw during your watch, he's like, 1 minute he's fine, and you look away, and then you turn back for a second, and, yeah, he's just full on goat.
Well,
Ah!
I can't say I didn't see this coming.
Zeno dropped it.
Did it just happen?
I think anybody with eyes saw this coming.
No, guys, I just have polymorph. As he says as he drops the spell.
And as you look at... Oh, this is great. As you look, Zeno, your horns are definitely a lot larger. They're probably about 2 feet long now as they just kind of curve out from your forehead. And your eyes are definitely full-on goat eyes. And as you look at that, your hands, you have 1 thumb and 2 large fingers on each hand.
Hey, welcome to the club, Tyrant Bane says, wiggling his hand at him.
Great.
Oh, like...
And as you looked at your legs, yeah, your legs, they're joint shifted, so they look more like, Tyrant Bane's legs as far as their skeletal structure.
I'm gonna be honest with you. What do you plan to do with that stuff?
Honestly, nothing much. I was I did the goat thing as a prank. I was just gonna hand it back to Enoch, or just tell him to keep it in the bag until we can figure out what the hell to do with it.
Do you want to be a look over at least? Well, you weren't exactly an elf. It was a half.
It's a half elf, yes.
Okay.
Like me.
My mother was an elf. My father was a human.
I wonder if there are half minotaurs. Huh.
Yes, there is. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that'd be a. Oh, well, that.
Above,
Anyway,
I was about to
do
say,
you want me?
I was gonna say above game. Don't mention that around Orvex. He's got enough of a fetish.
You were gonna go there. I
Like,
just knew.
Do we want to other cars? We'll find out in a couple of years.
Do you want to be returned to your natural state?
Wait, can you do that?
I probably can if I ask Unc nicely enough, because at this point,
Please,
I am very furious at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm at the point where I'm like, this is about as far as I want to go. I don't want to be a full-on goat, but like a goat man be pretty.
Okay. Okay. All right, give me just a second. And I'm going to close my eyes and go. And in my head, I'm going to go, Balaka, can you still hear me?
Oh. Yes.
Sorry. You've been reticent for the past couple of days, so for the past while. So I just wanted to make sure you were still with me.
Oh, yes, I'm still here. Just had some time to think to myself. Yes.
Okay, that's no trouble. We're gonna go ahead and keep journeying through this place. Beforehand, I'm gonna make sure everybody is at tip-top shape. Now, I'm telling you this because it might be a worrisome sight. So, I'm just warning you that I will still be here and I will still protect you. Okay?
Okay.
Wonderful. And then Tyrant Bane will look forward at Zeno and go, I've made my peace. Put the staff in the bag.
Enoch will walk over with the bag.
All right, give me my other staff.
All right.
All
there
right.
go.
You stick the staff of striking in the bag.
All right. Now approach me.
Right next to you.
I will hold out my hands just to either side. Embrace me.
He does so. He's like, okay.
You are going to be crushed in a hug as he casts remove curse.
All right.
Like he
So-
bows again.
As you're hoisted into the air with this superbly strong grip, you specifically target the goat affliction, which is targeted Zeno, and you guys watch as this warm, gentle glow just emanates from the arms of Tyrant Bane and envelops around Zeno, and you just see the horns that were very strong at the back of his head slowly begin to retract, and as his legs, flinching out awkwardly backwards just because of how painful that is, they slowly begin to twitch and creak. And Zeno, you feel a little bit of pain as the bone structure begins to set itself back right. And it's almost like the legs just kind of turn around in place as your legs begin to set up just fine. You look down as your hands are just sprawled out, or ideally just kind of brought in. You look down at your hands, you see the fur just begin to dissolve and turn back into your normal skin. And your fingers begin to separate and return back to your normal hands. And you feel a lot cooler as you feel the fur that was on the rest of your body slowly begin to dissolve. And you return back to your normal self.
Okay, if I may be honest, I don't know what part of that hurt more. The hug? Or my legs straightening out?
Please do not touch any weird sticks again in this temple.
No.
Do we understand? Oh, sorry. I break the hug so you can breathe. We understand.
Stood.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. All right. No,
What?
I felt Unk communicating to me in my my slumber. No,
I know it's
not
gonna
really,
pop
not
up
really
hat.
talk, more undulate. It's hard to explain, but the long story short, I'll look over to who's holding the bag?
Enoch.
I'll look over to Enoch. I suppose with this ritual I just did, what's the term? The bond between Zeno and the staff is broken, so it could probably be discarded or removed or what have you.
That's fair. I mean, Enoch will just reach back in, pull out the staff. We could throw it in the pit, but I feel like
I'll hold
throwing
that
more-
for an hour because
I feel like if we throw this in the pit, we're just going to be turning that pit into a place where we shouldn't be throwing too much shit.
Welcome
Zeno.
to the goat hole.
Zeno, I'll give this to you. When you developed your attunement, you definitely gained a sense of, your connection towards the staff. As you kind of reflect as Enoch kind of brings the back forward, you still feel the connection with that staff. You still feel like you're a part of it through your attunement. So, above game, your attunement hasn't been broken from it.
Oh, okay.
the current, he's gonna go. Okay, so he just pulled it out, and I think I'm still attuned to it. Like I feel the exact same way I did when I was holding it.
Do I need to hug you harder?
Please no.
It wasn't clear what Unk suggested.
Maybe he just needs to tune to something else, and that'll break the attunement?
Above game, breaking the attunement is just another hour-long ritual.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, it's just special because I just read the spell as the spell breaks the owner's attunement, so I read it as attunement go bye. But considering this is a special place, I don't know. So
Yeah.
here's my above game question: if Zeno was to use the staff ever again, would he turn back into a goat again?
You'd probably have to find out.
Yeah, I'll probably say you have to find out. If you try.
you do that, Tyrant's gonna sigh and just grab you, and you're just gonna hear a.
So above that was above game question. Like in game, he's gonna be like, "All right, so hear me out. I don't want to hold it, but we could probably get money for that staff. Just not tell them what we do when we get back in the port."
That
Well,
sounds like a horrible thing to do.
I for one, even though wealth is something that most people aspire to, I don't think it's worth the price of turning a humble shopkeeper into a goat.
Yeah, that doesn't seem good. You'll be cursing someone else. Unless we tell them and who's going to want to buy. Hey, this staff can turn you into a goat and has other stuff it can do.
Unless, that's their thing. I don't know. Anyway.
I was about to say, Zeno's terrible ideas aside, I've got something actually important to talk to you all about, so...
What's that?
So, while I was buffing out the giant ding in my arm, I discovered that apparently there's something I could do for up to 4 of us here. It might protect some of us, but I'm not sure how well it'll work. But I'd rather
it?
have your guys' permission before I attempt anything, because I think it might be... The word it's saying here is invasive.
Well, if you need to test it on anybody, I'll elect myself if you want.
Alright. Well then, Enoch will press a button on his wrist display, and you will get scanned by, like, a holographic, like, bleep bloop. And you just got added to my this. 1 second. Gift of the Protector.
Yo, that's cool.
Yes.
Ah.
So up to 4 people I can now make if you drop to... the first person in this list of the 4 people I can attune to, if you drop to 0, you instead drop to 1 HP. But it's only the first person who does that, so it's basically... If someone might get dropped, I can bring them back up. But I need to have your name basically associated with my Book of Shadows, which is my wrist display.
So am I known to your... That was neat. Am I known to your... power now?
I think, and as soon as he goes, I think you'll see a swarm of nanites rush around you, and there will be a small little bit of metal, like, right next to, well, you're a cow, so it'll be right above your ear, like a tag.
Oh. Oh. Hello there.
I did
I'm
not expect
Tyrapin.
that. But, yeah.
I'm Tyrapin. Good to meet you.
Fascinating.
I will call you... Well, I don't know what you're called, actually, but I'm glad that you're here.
You and me both. So yeah, I can do this for up to 3 more of us, so if anyone feels like that they're worried about going down fighting, let me know.
Elise will volunteer.
Alright. I was gonna add this to
Oh,
text
what
box.
the hell. I'll also join that club.
Okay.
Alright, so that's 3.
Alright, well, I think I can scan anyone at any time, so if we got no other takers, then this'll do for now.
Quasha just kind of looks. Well,
Oops.
my druidic persuasion tends to dissuade me from embracing that sort of metal, so I must respectfully decline.
Fair
Elise
enough.
looks over. Rue?
She shakes her head. You've already lost a companion that was close to you. I prefer you save that for the companions that you have left.
Well then, Enoch looks to Zeno. Honestly, I feel like you're just a time bomb waiting to happen anyway, so get over here.
That's honestly kind of why I was hoping that anyone else would volunteer, because I felt that'd be an obvious joke, you know?
Just put your
Guys,
just put your thumb on the screen already, idiot.
If you don't want it, we could give it to Yuki. She goes out all
No.
the time.
no, he puts the thumb on the screen. He's like, no, that's right. That's what a thumb looks like.
Alright. Well, now, the first person out of you 4 who goes down gets revived with 1 hit point. And it's not a death save, so it's not affected by the death curse. Alright. Well,
Like,
where do we want to head
Football
now?
game. I'm like, please don't make me, or please. I hope I'm not the first one, but I also kind of do. But I am. That'd be perfectly in character for this idiot.
Yep. Alright, everyone. So,
Good news.
I assume, for the sake of brevity, since unless you wish to explore the river further, actually, I'll leave that choice up to you. Where do you guys wish to go?
There is that one other end of the river with the spores, and I have at least managed to meditate and gain back a spell that could possibly clear it away. If you wanted to try.
I'm fine with
Would
it.
you,
Oh, go ahead.
would you like to journey to that part of the river, bro? We can do that.
for the sake of completion. It is up to the party, really.
Here's my thought. We can go through that skull thing now, right? It's just completely deactivated.
About an hour in, you would have heard some clicking as it seemed like it reactivated itself. It seemed like Dispel Magic was able to suppress it, but it came back after the Dispel Magic wore off.
Yeah, it's working again. It started clicking up about an hour after you guys went to sleep.
Damn it.
Hey, can you guys give me 1 second? I'll be right back, okay?
Go ahead.
Sure, Evan.
Okey-doke.
I mean, I think it's safe enough to take around the bends in the river. Otherwise, we've got to jump through that and try to go through the door with all of the undead. So, this way's probably safer. He gestures towards the hidden door.
Alright. So, for the sake of brevity, you managed to make your way to the river.
Mm-hmm.
After trudging through probably about a half hour, 45 minutes, place your minis right about around this bend here.
I'll say that Dan is holding Yuki because they're going above water, and she does not want to be anywhere near any of that.
Not the little posies.
does not.
Which is really gonna hamper my ability to cast, but yeah, no, there's no way she would get in that water.
So here's the question: do we go up through the grates, or do we or try to go through the spores?
I think I have something that might clear it away. Alright, so, question, Milla, because it's gonna affect my decision on which spell I use. So, does this seem like this is something that's airborne, or physical?
Give me a nature check.
Alright.
Can I give her advantage?
Sure.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. As you're examining this cloud a little closer, again, your brain is remembering the facts of yesterday that it smelled like very sulfuric, like rotten eggs. And as you're getting a whiff of this isn't spores. This is a gas.
Hmm. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just going to read this real quick. Like, how long? Whoop. Put target 60-foot line. As when 10 feet, one blast region, you choose your spell's duration. Each creature that starts. Thrown. The gust disperses any gas or vapor and extinguishing candles. Yep. Okay, so yeah, gust of wind.
Yep.
Just gonna blast that bad boy right through.
You extend your hands forward, and a giant torrent of wind just almost seemingly departs like about 2 feet of water from what you're standing in, and all the gas is pushed out from where you're at and further down into the tunnel, out of sight.
Okay. Come along quickly. Not sure how long this is going to be able to last. She is going to keep that up for the full minute if she has to.
Alright. And as you continue on down the tunnel, I'll go ahead and reveal more of this, that for the sake of brevity, you managed to disperse the gas up the waterfall that is further out here and out of sight. As the cavern makes the corner...
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
We cleared the
Guys,
gas.
there's another mimic.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Not say that about game.
Oh,
So, Brabbit, just for the sake of brevity, Caitlin managed to use gusts of wind to disperse the gas out of here, so it is safe.
Oh, hot damn. Thank you, Caitlin.
You're welcome.
As you make your way into this cavern, water pours from cracks and seams in the rough walls of this cavern, whose floor is a muddy pool that flushes out into the tunnel beyond. Just above the pool's surface, a large treasure chest dangles from rusty chains embedded in the ceiling.
Well,
I'm guessing that's new?
Uncertain. I don't think it's the mimic. No, it's not the mimic from before. Well, then
I
you
blew
want to hear
that
what you
up.
did before.
So,
Comes forward. All right, Mage Hand, here we go. What does he find when he tries to feel for the chest?
As you go to move the lid of this chest, it does not budge. It appears to
Okay.
be locked.
Everyone stand back. Just in case.
Does that one require a key?
Does it look big enough for the skull head thing?
I don't know. But does it? I can roll that.
Give me an investigation check.
That is a 3. I'm gonna re-roll that. Actually, no, I'm not.
All right.
Not that I.
If there's a keyhole, we could just try to stick it in.
Well, as you're kind of looking over the chest, you don't see any triangular-shaped indentations that you can insert that. However, on the front of this chest, you do see that the lock that's on this chest is in the shape of a skull. It's like a stylized skull, but that's about as close as you can get. Like I said, there's no other indentations that would match the skeleton key, as it were.
There's a skull on it, but that's all I can see.
Was the skull we tossed in the chasm?
I don't think it was that big.
Well, in which case, are we able to at least take the chest down? Perhaps we can at least put it in the bag. And then, if we do happen to find a key, open it up that way.
Oh, yeah. Zeno, I'll also give this to you. As you're looking at the chest, and as you're looking at that keyhole, there's a tiny inscription in common that says, "I devour all but the greatest thieves."
I devour all but the greatest thief. Great, you got a Weirtle.
I'm not really one for thievery.
Does it require a lockpick then?
I would assume, although I'm not accustomed to such things. Normally the first thing we do is we either try to find the key, or barring that, we just, if the chest is shoddy enough or the locking mechanism is simple enough, we just break it off.
You know what? Enoch, is is the lock magical?
Let me take a look. And
As you
Eldritch
go
Sight.
to use your Eldritch Sight to cast Detect Magic. From around the entirety of the chest, you detect Evocation Magic.
Oh, that thing's is covered in exploding magic.
Keep your sight up for a moment. Hit Bisky. Hit Bisky.
Yes.
Spell Magic. Let's see. As you cast the spell Magic on the chest, at once all of the chains let go from the chest, and it just drops and splashes into the water.
And so I guess I see any magic around it just dissipate.
You do.
Okay, yeah, you blasted all that magic off. I'm gonna be honest, that's super useful.
That is insanely useful.
Silent thumbs up. She'll just approach it and flick it open. If it can. If it does.
It's still locked.
Curses.
Well,
Okay.
we got the traps off, but the lock remains.
I mean, if you guys are gonna wait, if you guys are willing to wait 10 minutes, I can probably just melt the lock.
I don't mind.
Yeah,
I
that
mean-
or either that or just let Bane just try to bash the lock off.
I mean, true, but I'm just gonna err on the side of caution. And so yeah, fabricate to just turn the lock to dust.
All right. Give it some time. You do manage to dissolve the lock, and as the lock just drops, do you open the chest?
Yep, Enoch will open it.
All right,
I'll just-
inside the chest. The first thing that you notice is that this chest is very heavy. You look inside and it is lined with lead. But more importantly, inside the chest, you find 300 gold pieces.
Ooh. Okay.
You see a gold tankard. And as you're kind of looking at the tankard, it's set with water. It has a smiley face on it. And as you go and dump the water out of it, that smiley face turns into a sad face.
Satch.
I love that we found a Turvis tumbler for D&D.
And
Like it's-
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's like it's the equivalent of those coffee mugs that turn different colors when the coffee's in them.
Yeah.
I have one of those.
So what was the last
And
thing? Noah?
also,
Oh, there we go.
the last thing that's in there, you see a stoppered bone tube inside of it. And as you see detect magic, hold on a second, I have to double check to make sure I get the right
What was the
one
item?
on there.
A stoppered bone tube.
And inside that tube, you detect a faint glow of abjuration magic.
Okay, that one's got the protecting magic on it. And I assume that there's some kind of magic on the tankard.
Yeah, you detect a faint trace of illusion magic,
Okay. Tankard's
which makes
just,
sense.
yeah, I think the tankard's just a novelty. It's got some magic on it to change the face. But yeah, I think Dan might be able to figure out what's in the tube. Otherwise, a lot of gold.
No, that's absolutely worth the find. Figure out what the tube's all about, and just for the sake of it, I could look at the tankard, make sure it's nothing but funny face, haha.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, above
Everybody,
Oh, go ahead. Caitlin?
everybody,
I assume-
including the NPCs, if we want to give it to them. 37 gold, 5 silver.
Okay.
Ooh.
Kawasha and Orvix would gladly accept. And as you go through the process of this all getting counted and divvied up, Dan, you're able to ritually cast Identify. And, again, that tankard, like I said, it's a boss with a sad face that smiles when it fills up. Nothing else really magical about that, but as you look inside that tube, you find that there's a spell scroll inside that. And as you cast Identify on it, this is a spell scroll of Remove Curse.
Well, this is a spell scroll of Remove Curse, so if for whatever reason any of us gets cursed and Tyrant Bane's out of slots, he'll just shake the scroll around.
Immediately stares at Zeno.
Imagine you did that really fast too, Dan. Like you're just like, if he runs out of slots, you can.
Well, that's
I
good.
like Zeno's just gonna look back at Enoch. I hate that I know why you're staring at me.
Is he wrong, though?
I said I hate it, Dan. He's not wrong.
All right. So now we're at a crossroads. I think our best bet would be to head back up through the grate that we put up and start making our way downstairs.
Agreed.
Understandable.
Have a nice day.
Well, thank you. I will.
I just imagine Rue tipping her cap to the empty chest. All right. So yeah, I guess we'll
Alright,
just
so
head
you
back.
make your way back to the grate, and you manage to, between Tyrant Bane and someone else, you're able to hoist the grate off of its recess, and you all manage to climb your way out.
Yuki, form of a jack.
Then I'll just place her on the ground now that there's no water.
I'm just glad I didn't have to deal with that water. I would have been such a Debbie Downer if that were the case.
Do
I know.
you wash away in water or something?
No, she
No,
just
I
hates
just-
getting her paws wet.
Oh, I understand that. Mud in the hooves. That's one of the things I dislike the most. It just builds up over time, and after a while, it's just
Do your people have a concept of a farrier?
Of a farrier?
Someone who... Well, actually, can I see the bottom of your hooves real quick?
Whoop! He just lifts up the leg. Just,
Do you have
Show me
horseshoes?
your toes.
show me your toes.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of horseshoes on your hooves?
No, his tribe is as natural as it gets. It's Monster Hunter, bro. What is a horseshoe?
You
Okay.
kill a monster, put it on your hooves.
I don't know much about blacksmithing because I never finished my apprenticeship, but I think if we ever make it out of here, I could revolutionize your entire tribe's way of life.
How so?
Well, there's a thing we do for domesticated animals that are similar to you, where we put on a temporary metal cap on the bottom of your hoof. We also take a good amount of time of getting all that mud and excess bone growth from your hooves. It makes it easier for walking for them, so I think it would help you all.
Wait, something metal that you put on the hoof?
Yes.
Oh, we do have those. Those are only used for by commanders and senior officers. They're called skull crushers.
Oh.
I think after this, if anyone deserves it, it's gonna be you.
Oh, I don't know if I'm worthy of a skull crusher.
That's exactly why you probably are.
I mean, you're going to help us revert the Black Day. If that's not where the Skull Crusher, I don't know what is.
Just a new dawn over the jungle. That's what I need.
Fair enough.
At this point, I'm just gonna be happy when we see the light again. I don't even know how long we've been in here.
Oh, but just imagine if I had one. Ooh, stencil. Ooh, silver? Steel. Iron.
Hold
No,
on.
steel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm?
We're holding.
Yep.
Yeah, Chief.
The edge of our seats.
Did we?
Master of suspense.
I didn't actually see who said hold on.
Yeah.
No, I was saying, shall we move on?
Oh.
Oh, I heard hold
yeah,
on.
I heard hold
I
on,
also
yeah.
heard hold on.
Okay.
Oh. So, Milla, since versus me and Enoch are at the front of this little line, do I see who's on the other side of this bridge?
Above game, no, because of how far that is, and they don't necessarily have dark vision, but I just pay no attention to the fact that there are two drawers across the way at the other stone edge now. No. It's fine.
We're
so-
You do hear voices, however. What happened to the sarcophagus? I don't know yet, but it's gone! Oh, whether it's just going like that. It took a long time to carve those things. Damn it all.
Enoch, I think the dwarves are pissed off at you.
Well, it was either going to be a sarcophagus or it was going to be that crystal slab.
You hear echoing from across there. Do you know how much sulfur glue it took to glue that thing down? I'm surprised they were able to get at that thing.
Alright, so shall we go downstairs?
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. As you make your way down to the second floor, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Place yourselves along this corridor.
Okay, here I go.
And just gonna hover here. Next to everyone. I have the broom. Why the hell not?
The
You've
hover
got
Dan.
the broom. You've
Da-
got the
da.
power.
Uh,
All right. So,
yeah,
Where
we'll
am
have
I?
them up front.
oh, Zeno, here you are. Wherever you would like to be.
It's like, I guess right here. So I'm not on there, like,
Alright, well, we know down this path is. Well, we still left the rope, so we could go down another level through that mouth, but it would lead us right into the tomb of Ejin. And it's not exactly in a good place because that entire tomb is heavily trapped. What'd you-
yeah, he points over this way. That, or this tunnel, that tunnel over there is where I got the staff. I bet that guy's still there.
Anything else?
Well, we were in a cave, or we were in a tomb. Started filling up with what looked like water.
I think it was wine or something. Wasn't it?
It
It
was
mentioned
wine.
something about drowning your
actually-
sorrows.
Should we go check that out?
Okay.
All right. Let me
I'll
go ahead and reveal this again.
I will follow your lead.
Have you ever checked down this way?
No.
Alright. Well, meanwhile.
As you make your way back to here, if you wanted to check out that other room, it still smells like wine, but oddly enough, the first thing you notice is that the door that had once sealed off this passage as you went to escape it is back. It's not there anymore. And you see that the room looks like it's been cleaned up and reset. The coffin is closed. The sunlight is still shining on it.
Yeah, it'd still probably be better if we all are here this time.
Okay.
What an oddly serene resting place.
Okay. So can you explain what exactly happened? You said it filled with wine. What was the process of what happened?
We opened up the coffin. Inside it said, "Drown your sorrows." And then the room filled with wine as a block of stone was going to block the exit.
Specifically, it did not fill with wine while you guys were in there. You just saw the stone was lowering and you escaped before.
Oh. So, retracted. A stone was lowering, and then it potentially filled with wine.
We can assume it did because it smells like it.
Are you sure it's... Just like he's not in the room yet, so he can't say that. Never mind. Well, we could attempt what I did in the last tomb and see if I can just dissolve the sarcophagus, but I want to be sure before we get trapped in there.
Let's see.
Sorrows. Who would that be in one of the gods?
Did you find out whose tomb this is?
I think so.
I don't know. You hear Obalaka say,
Obala. Oh, right.
yeah,
Zeno real quick walks up to the goat man. Spirits friend. Rest easy.
Do you want me to approach the sarcophagus? Do you think you might get a better feeling?
and Dan, you hear Moa say, the imagery doesn't match any of the other gods that are within this temple.
According to Moa, The imagery doesn't match any of the other gods in this temple. So this is probably just a trap room for the sake of being a trap room.
I believe so as well, as you hear Moa chime in. If you said it said drown in your sorrows, that definitely sounds like a trap.
Wait, this is a trap room?
Yes, it's just to throw people off. You open the thing, it traps you in, drowns you in wine.
Oh, so long as no one touches it. Okay, I was definitely about to grab Yuki and run out of there.
No, you're good. You can just casually walk out when you're ready. As long as you don't...
Do I recognize any of this architecture? Like, does this look like anything from the jungle ruins and whatnot that we've been, that my tribe's been stoppered in right now? Or at least, the Sunblades have been?
I'll read this description for everybody else that wasn't in this room last time. This room smells of wine. On a checkerboard marble floor, a gilded coffin sparkles in sunlight streaming down from the chamber's vaulted ceiling, which arcs 12 feet overhead. 4 huge stone gargoyle heads, their mouths agape, protrude from the walls. So, yeah, this doesn't remind you of any architecture that you've seen, let alone from your home tribe.
This entire room is foreign to me.
Perhaps it's best if we skip it.
I think that is best as well.
It's a good
You know,
idea.
I know they aren't wine drinkers, but I'm pretty sure that this is really like a bar for for those dwarves.
Just come in here, flip the lid of the sarcophagus open, and open their mouths.
Didn't those dwarves we discussed things with say that they originally lived in this region?
I believe so. I think they were claimed during the Black Day. I'm all for skipping this room, but I want to check one thing first. I'm not going to open the sarcophagus. But
Do you want me to accompany you in case something's summoned?
Sure, you can back me up. Enoch just wants to look over the sarcophagus.
Of course.
Alright. I assume with your Eldritch Sight?
Eldritch Sight, and he also wants to check for any indentations that might correspond with the skeleton key.
Let's see. You detect abjuration magic coming from the coffin.
Okay, that tracks.
And you see that the coffin has a hinged lid.
Alright, yep, this is pretty much just a trap. I was thinking possibly the skeleton key might come in handy somewhere down the line. But it's definitely not here. Let's go check out that path we haven't checked.
Actually, real quick, like while we're kind of by these hallways, can I just like slowly scan them to see if there's any like secret passages or buttons or something like that?
Well, as you're looking closer at these two parts of the hallway, these hallways look like they actually curve up. As you're looking close, they look like they curve up towards the ceiling. And which is odd, because based on the angle as it kind of goes up, you see that that man is, that body which is currently strewn about there is, acting like it's laying on the floor.
Okay, can I look up?
Yeah, you can look up.
Anything there?
You just see a ceiling as it kind of just curves upward.
Is it curved? I don't want to ask this. Does it look like there's any like spot that something would like come in or out of, like a hole or a trap? I guess.
Perception or investigation?
Okay. Let's see. Which one is better? Pretty sure it's my perception. It's definitely my perception. 21.
You don't notice any other secret panels or traps that are in this hallway as it curves up. Yeah, you do see it just kind of gently curves up as it continues onward out of sight. But you don't notice anything else.
Hmm. The ring is a path to another. Is it climbable? Does it go anywhere?
Hmm.
Is this curved in a way that it's shaped like a ring?
Yes, it is.
Oh boy.
At least from
How-
what you can see.
How very fascinating. Yeah, I'm gonna start like poking around, like I'm gonna just kind of go down both of these dopey things and see if I can like find any way that.
All right. How exactly are you walking? Are you just gonna go in one direction and keep walking?
You know what? I'm a power slide.
See, I was picturing Rue would turn into a hedgehog and just start rolling.
So, you continue onward, out of sight, and as you go and walk, it's weird. It's just like you're walking down a normal hallway, as it just kind of feels like it's curving around. And then, Elise, you see her as she kind of goes and walks up out of sight. It's weird. For a second, you just see a shimmer, it looks like, as she reaches a certain point. And then you lose sight of her. How far do you keep walking, Rue?
I'm gonna keep walking until. You know what? I'm gonna give it at least a couple minutes to see if something interesting happens, and or if somebody calls out.
Okay. So, as you continue walking, it seems like maybe for about 20 seconds, the ring kind of comes up and you see an intersection coming up. And this intersection seems familiar to you, but as you look around at this intersection, you don't see any of your companions around here.
Hello? I'm just gonna call to see if any of the others answer.
Do we hear anything?
You don't hear anything. And you get no response back, Rue.
She'll give it a moment, and then she'll walk back the way she came.
Alright.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle.
After about a minute, at least as you're looking up at the top of the hallway, you eventually see a shimmer and you see Rue walking back down towards you.
Kind of, cause she approached. She went in from this side, right?
Yep. Well, she came in from this side.
But
And then she went, turned around, and then she came back the way she came. So she's walking towards you currently from this direction.
Okay, I thought she went in on this end, or she walked toward this end and then came out on that end. But
Semantics. Same result.
So,
theater
what
of
was
the
in
mind.
there?
Mm-hmm.
By the looks of it, a secret tunnel. I think we have to walk through here. I do believe it's part of the riddle that you guys told me of earlier.
Would we ever join the party by now?
I think we would have personally.
Yeah, I think by this point, Bane and Enoch, you could rejoin with everybody else.
There's so much different architecture in here. It's like it's been pulled from areas even outside of my home.
Yeah, I think a Sirak might have used those dwarves to really mess with the place.
What is that aesthetic? Is it like that? What did Orvex tell me about Sword Coast? Is it like a Sword Coast aesthetic?
I wouldn't know. I'm from the boonies, so everything's new to me.
Oh, fantastic.
So you guys find anything?
Secret tunnel.
Oh.
She's gonna turn on her heel and walk the other
Yeah.
way.
And for
Yeah.
basically where you're at, it looks like she's basically at like a 90-degree angle as she's looking down. It looks like she's just stuck right in that part of the ring.
How are you? Let me join you. Hold on.
Do we not want to examine the south passage first, or
We're here. Might as well do this first.
Maybe
fair enough.
maybe the tunnel leads into that room.
maybe?
All right, I'm walking towards you, and the perspective is weird. Does my perspective also go winky wonky?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It looks like as you're walking, everything just kind of rolls into you as you're, making your way around this part of the hallway. And it's like you're just, it's like that sensation where you're walking on like a roller treadmill or some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the inside of an inner tube, just. Ugh.
We've been walking for 20 minutes!
All right. So as I would assume, Rue, you lead the party further up the ring.
Yep.
All right. As you all are walking up here, eventually you guys find yourselves coming around from this side, and as you look down at the floor, seemingly up towards the intersection, and I'll emphasize this again because I don't think I explained that properly last time. You come to the intersection again. The body that was there originally is not there.
Okay, this is some weird shit.
Who's keeping track at this point?
So I believe that the riddle was the ring is a path to another tomb. I wonder now, if we go to the intersection down here, will this tomb over here be different?
Well, one way to find out.
Let's take a look. And I will walk toward the tomb and poke my head in.
As you make your way towards that tomb, I guess roll a perception check for me, Tyrant Main. And I guess anybody else that wants to.
Oh boy!
Oh, goody!
Oh boy!
I got a 9.
I got a 7.
25.
Yuki got a 21.
21.
Alright, so Rue and Yuki. Yuki kind of thinks about it for a second. Well, I mean, it looks like it's cleaner. Huh.
Can I sniff the air and see if I smell wine?
The smell of wine isn't quite as pronounced, I'll say, compared to the last time you were in here.
Does Rue say anything more with a 25?
Yeah, Rue, it definitely seems like it's a lot cleaner in here. The smell of wine isn't that pronounced, and yeah, everything in here just looks a lot cleaner.
It's still the same foreign architecture.
It is similar, but it's not the same thing.
Let me check something. And Enoch will throw back on his Eldritch Sight to see if the magic is still on the coffin.
Yep, you still detect the abjuration magic coming from the... Did I say that right? Hold on a second.
Yeah, you said abjuration the last time.
Yeah.
Yep, abjuration magic coming from the coffin.
Well, coffin still got magic on it. Though, I'm curious. You guys said there was an inscription on it last time?
Yes, inside the coffin itself, but opening it will activate the trap.
Well, I have one way to help this. That might solve everything. Everyone want to step outside?
Yeah. Let me
They're
just-
like all of us in the hallway. Sure.
You got this.
I was about to say, I don't. Vorn Jr. does. Back up.
Oh.
All right,
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me go grab VJ here. Oh, that's right. You have the token. You can just. You have the
I
sheet,
do?
you just drop the token.
I know we gave him sheets. I
Move
didn't
his
know if we gave him a
phone!
token.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Let me just. I need to go and rectify that. My apologies. But let me just go back on the other one.
It's all good.
Alright.
Learning process.
Copy. Get on the right sheet. Here we go. Pages, why you confuse me? I just want to get on the right one. All right. There's Warren Jr.
All right, I'll send him over to the coffin and say, "You mind opening that and seeing what's inside?"
It nods, turns over, and you see as it looks at the coffin, grabs the lid, flips it open. You hear the sound of grinding as right above you, the stone slab begins to lower.
Yep, that's what happened last time.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing.
And you hear the sound of rushing fluid coming from behind the stone.
Good luck drowning him.
If that place is still the same, do you think someplace above might be different in this? He's gonna look past Elisa's shoulder to Rue. Different tomb? Altered tomb? Inverted tomb?
I mean, the trap just wasn't activated here. There might be some stuff that is here or isn't here. Like, he gestures to where the corpse once was.
Well,
He wasn't there, and the trap's not activated, so it's either there's less stuff here, or this is only based off what we've seen so far.
we have an hour till Vorn Jr. disappears, so might as well just go back around and see if it affected anything in the other room.
It's a good idea.
Be interesting to see if Warren Jr.'s in the other room.
I just had a thought. What if, in this version of the tomb, in Aijin's tomb, it shows the path you have to go? Now that we're in the different tomb, and he does air quotes.
Let's handle one tomb at a time. Let's go first, see what happens in this one. And he taps on the big stone slab.
Alright.
Man, if you all were telling me that this tomb was like jungle Castlevania, I wouldn't have believed you. But now we got inverted castles and shit.
Symphony of the Jungle.
Symphony of the jungle.
All right. So,
You know, can I just poke my head to see if this part is the same or is this different as well?
yeah, everything kind of looks the same around here.
Weird. Okay. Carrying on the
Strange.
others.
As you guys make your way back around the ring, you find yourselves coming down towards this intersection. You see the body is there, and as you look down towards the hallway where the trap tomb is, let me go ahead and reveal this because there's other stuff. Hold on. Am I on the right layers? No. Crap. There it is. You notice that as you're looking down, the tomb itself is open, and Vorn Jr. is not there.
Is the sarcophagus opened at all?
Nope, it was closed.
Well, now we could try opening it from here, see what happens, but I'm out of spells, so someone would have to go in there themselves.
This place is bizarre.
I could try to do it. If this place fills with liquid, I can at least turn into an animal that breathes water.
Well, alright. It's up to you, Rue.
Shoop.
Alright, Ruru, as you go to, I assume, open the lid of the sarcophagus.
Yep.
The light shines down, you look inside the sarcophagus, and there's a plaque inside that says, "Drown your sorrows." And you hear a slow grind as a stone pillar begins to descend into the tunnel. What do you do?
Alright, you know what? I accept this. I'm gonna thoroughly search the sarcophagus.
So are you going to stay inside the room and let the stone descend? Or are you going to leave?
Let me check something really quick with the animals.
Because this is an important question.
I know it is. I know it is. This is gonna be risky. Are we gonna lose character number 2?
Yeah.
Well,
That.
above game, you do have an option. You have an airtight, object right in front of you.
That is true. I can turn into animals, too.
And wouldn't that have been wild if Warren Jr. just climbed on into the coffin on his own free will, then just popped out when you opened it again?
Well, that's why I sent Warren Jr. in, because among his many parts of his stat block, needing air is not one of them.
Let's see, dispel magic. Alright. Maybe I'll lose character number 2, but you know what? I'll try it. We're gonna try to explore this bad boy.
Alright. So you're going to stay inside the room as it begins to goes
This will
to
be
descend.
hilarious if I die again.
No.
Wait.
I want to.
So-
Damn it! Oh, what the hell could I have done? Move the magical block, Jesus.
Alright. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening.
Oh boy.
Alright, Rue. As the door slams shut, you hear a sound of 4 separate clicks. As from each of the gargoyle faces, you just see torrents of wine begin to pour out from the open mouths of the gargoyles. And the room begins to flood.
Okay. How fast is it going up?
After about 10 seconds, it gets to about your knees.
Oh god, I'm punching this fucking brick. Move, Enoch. Move.
Alright, she's gonna stay calm for now. We're gonna examine the sarcophagus. Is there anything in there?
Nope, just the one plaque that says "Drown in your sorrows."
Alright. She's gonna try to wade through. Is there any secret passages? Just along the walls.
I guess roll an investigation check for me.
Okay. Investigation. 5.
Use your reroll.
You know
thing,
what?
Virginia.
Yeah, I got inspiration. I haven't done it yet.
This is kind of critical.
13.
13. Yeah, you don't notice any secret passages that are around the that are around the various corners. The only thing that you notice are the 4 gargoyle faces, and at this point, the wine just begins to just stain your clothes as it is currently up to your chest.
All right. On the sarcophagus, because I believe that's what Enoch said had magic. Dispel magic.
You cast Dispel magic, and nothing happens. The magic kind of simmers out from the chest, but the wine keeps rising.
All right.
At this point, it gets up to your chest.
I want to hit the rock.
All right, roll to hit the rock.
Nat 20 on the rock.
Nat 20. Okay.
It's gonna sound weird. Smite the rock.
That's actually not a bad idea considering it's enchanted.
If it doesn't work, I will try to shatter the rock.
Let me just
That is 15 smashy up against the rock with... Oh yeah, we're gonna do a chaser on this. Is this how many smite dice do I get for level 3 spell?
Should be 4d6? 4d8?
Cool, then I get 8d8.
All right.
Don't worry! Get me out of there, man!
What? At this point, I'm just gonna have to ask to roll initiative as other stuff is gonna be happening for everybody.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, good.
Oh boy!
Oh boy. Oh, good. 4.
We're tied, so like I think I can go first because I have the more.
Yeah. Yuki got a 21. Well, good. That'll do her.
The little girl is gonna bark.
Well, hear me out. I can make her large now. I have the spell slot needed to make her a big girl.
Here's my good lord. Expand dog.
I don't know how well that'll work in this narrow hallway, but just imagine a horse-sized dog.
I've taken care of those.
I was gonna say like you're gonna make Yuki into a Great Dane.
But the bigger the dog, the more gormless it looks. I love it.
Not only that, but the bigger the dog, the more they want to be a lap dog.
It's true. It's very true.
So,
that's how much smite damage I'm throwing out with that too. A nice smite rock.
I have to roll initiative for something else in here. That's cocked.
Oh no, please tell me it's not a wine elemental.
That would be funny.
Guys, we're fighting Dionysus.
I'll smite that too. I'm fucking crazy.
If only we had a dwarf in the party, he could just drink the elemental.
No, it's wine, not beer.
Oh, right. Silly me.
I mean, there's dwarven nobles.
Yeah.
Yes, and they drink the fancy elf wine, like incorrect dwarves.
Like, unless it's Dwarven Dad showing that one long ass bottle. It's like, I'm only having one single glass. The glass is like 6 feet wide.
He wouldn't
See,
be lying.
I'm spoiled by one of my players. He had a dwarf that just really dug on alcohol, didn't care what it was. Just, is this alcohol? Okay, down the hatch then.
So, alright, so for initiative stuff here, for the sake of brevity, we'll say that it has been 3 rounds of you investigating the stuff that's on here. I'll be nice and generous and say that it is currently 3 feet of water in here, so it's only, about up to your waist.
Mm-hmm.
As, at this point,
Oh boy.
you swear from a slight shimmer that erupting from 3 of the three of the mouths inside, you see these weird shapes of humanoid-like figures in a sense? Except they take on the very shape of the wine? Although they definitely are not human as they emerge from each of, or three of the gargoyle heads.
I hate when I'm right.
You said wine elemental. These are wine weirds. Totally different.
Weirds are a classification of elemental.
Yeah, tell that to the
Shit.
magic card I had of one.
Alright. So, what does Yuki do? I'll say that was their turn. Yuki.
Gonna run up and start scratching at the block because that's all she can really do.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Elise.
I don't think I can Hunter's Mark a stone wall, so I'm just gonna fire an arrow at it.
Alright.
28.
28, that hits. Although, as you go to hit it, the arrow bounces off of it. It takes no damage. And Tyrant Bane will resolve your damage for your smite as you get to that as well, but...
I do have a second attack.
Alright.
13 to hit the wall.
It hits, but again, the arrow bounces off.
I just needed to hear that it hit.
Yep.
Where is it? Shit. Actually, no, because people are gonna take damage if I do that.
But yeah, the arrow does strike it, but nothing happens with it, unfortunately.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna bursting shot, but Yuki and Xeno would take damage.
Yeah.
So, Tyrant Bane.
Don't forget me, the cow, who the dog is on top of.
Alright.
Yes.
It's now your turn as you see these wine-shaped forms emerging from the gargoyle heads. What do you do?
Great. Yo, do one of you wizards have teleport? She's going to... You know, I don't really, believe it or not, don't really have a whole lot of, Don't really have a whole lot of, fighty spells now, do I? That's a problem.
Welcome to Druid.
Character 3 will have more fighty spells.
You know what? I'm going to use one of my key points to use, where the heck is it? Is the patient defense.
Yes.
I spend one key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action for my turn. That's the bonus action. You know what? I'm just gonna do that if one of these guys tries to get close to me.
Alright. Alright, Enoch, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm out of spells because Vorn Jr. So, Enoch is going to be like, well, he's not sure if breaking the stone will do anything, and he can't really get at it, so he's going to be like, out of my way, take the dash action, and try to get up to the other tomb.
Alright.
So...
Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. As you run through the other tomb, you get to about this square right here, and you do not see your other companions that are down here. But yeah, that's about as far as you're able to get. Tyrant Bane.
I also should have pointed out, he goes immediately after me. What's Vorn Jr. saying?
Oh, yeah. So, imagine a similar situation that's happening in the other room at this exact same time. Except, you know, it's probably been a few rounds.
I mean, to be fair, Vorn Jr. could be completely submerged. Is he seeing any wine weirds?
You don't know. You cannot perceive through his senses, I believe.
No, I can't perceive, but I'm not saying Enoch would. I'm just asking because I technically control it, so... If there's anything that would be attacking it, it defends itself.
Yep. I am fully aware.
Okay, well, just let me know if I need to roll
And-
anything.
Yeah. I've been rolling for stuff that's been happening in the background, but yeah. We'll resolve with that if certain conditions are met.
Fair
It'd be
enough.
kind of hard to roll both combats at the same time.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just asking. For reference, I'll let you know he's got 55 hit points.
Ah, I see.
Yes, and that ends my turn and anything else.
Alright, Tyrant Bane, as you go to run up and you go to strike the stone column, even with the flash of light that strikes off from your flame tongue longsword, it does not look like it did any damage to it.
Even with the smite?
Even with the smite, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry.
Damn it, I'm not losing another person!
Milla, I have 2 questions. Is now my turn?
Before we get to that, Zeno, anything else for your turn, Tyrant Bane?
I'm gonna strike it and see if it even yields just a little bit. I want to get a crack in this fucking wall.
Alright. Yeah, go ahead and roll an attack.
Bam!
Yeah.
That 20 is very nice right now.
Another net 20.
Another
2 in
nat
a
20.
row.
But yeah, as your Warhammer goes to strike it, it doesn't even flinch.
Fucking Minecraft! Alright.
It's the exact same damage roll, too.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, assuming
Damn it!
nothing else.
Uh,
Understandable.
I have no idea what the fuck to do. Yeah, end turn. I don't know what to do.
Alright. Zeno!
So, my question, even though there's a wall right there, can I still use Dimension Door to go, say, right here?
You absolutely can, yes.
I'm gonna do that because because I can get in there, get her out, and then just leave these 3 to just fuck off.
Alright.
Ooh.
So, you cast Dimension Door. You find yourself right here.
I think you said
Right
here,
next
to
to
be
this
fair.
being as you
Yeah,
find yourself...
I said right here, actually.
Oh, right here? Okay.
Yeah.
So, right on the other side of the door, you are standing right next to this being that's just wreathed in wine, and you're currently waist deep in wine as it's flooding the room.
Hi, Rue. Having fun.
She just gives him a blank stare. Well, we definitely know this is a trap.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Alright,
Do
so
that.
that was your action at Dimension Door. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright. Dan.
Well, Zeno teleported in there, so this is probably gonna be fine. And Dan can't really do anything on this side of the wall, so he's just gonna wait for them to port back.
Alright.
Perfectly
Next up,
calm.
game. If you said I couldn't do this, I was just gonna shatter the door if I could. Just because I'm
See?
like, either do damage or get in there. That's the only 2 things I can do right now.
I hit it with the entire force of a 700 club and it didn't
Yeah.
yield. You can't do shit to that fucking door.
See, here was
Yeah,
my
and
idea.
above game, now that you guys have had a chance to attack it, yeah, that stone slab is impervious to all damage, so... and I'll give that to you guys as, you know, as you're tearing into it. It shows
So-
no sign.
I hate it when the Sirac built the goddamn temple out of Minecraft bedrock.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait,
That-
When you have
Bastard.
obsidian and you don't have a diamond pickaxe.
Yeah, all he has is being a bitch.
this is the second time in campaign that Zeno's done a smart.
If
Alright.
porting didn't work, I would have reminded Tyrant Bane he had the Fire Giant's potion. Tell him just try and lift the goddamn thing out.
It's true, I do have superroids. I'm saving it for a rainy day.
Alright, so...
Still have that fucking Dragon Breath potion.
Oh, you used that a while back.
Did I?
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so getting back to initiative, back to the top of the turn order. It's the Wine Weird's turn. What's their movement speed? Movement speed.
Oh.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. This one, see this how it is right next to you. It's actually going to attack. Which one would it attack? Actually. Well, they did since there was somebody in here at some point. So this one's going to move 5, 10, 20, 30. This one's going to move over to here for 30. This one, sensing you're right next to it, Zeno, is going to attack you.
Okay, let's see.
Alright, so it's going to attempt to constrict you.
Roll, because you know what I'm about to do.
Let's see, that's an 8, so that will miss you.
Already had that done once today. We're not going again.
Alright, so that's basically all that happens on their turn. Yuki, I assume, is just going to keep barking at the door.
Heck, Orf.
And then we'll... Because I assume, at least what are you going to do?
Nothing. I can't do
All right.
anything.
I
Alright,
returned.
It's your turn.
No, she's just gonna clap a hand on Xeno's shoulder, and she's just going to hold her turn if something attacks, and just wait for Xeno to do his thing.
Alright. Then we'll skip right, unless Enoch and Tyrant Bane. Alright, Enoch, you're right. You're gonna be making your way up towards the other room. You go and the door is sealed currently as you make your way up towards the other tube, as it were.
And I guess I don't hear anything like sound of struggles or anything else.
No, you don't hear anything.
Well, Enoch will take a look around, try to see if there's anything he can do, and if not, then just in turn.
Yeah, not much that you can really see in here. That will then bring us to Zeno. Alright, let's Tyrant Bane. That's something else. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to skip Tyrant Bane.
Oh, jeez. What could I do? Hold on. I'm gonna take a look at my spell list real quick, because there's gotta be something I can... I don't see how that would work right now. You know what? Yeah, here we go. People will probably need to make saving throws, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bless at 2nd level, and I'm gonna cast Bless on both Dan and Enoch. So wait a minute. That's
It doesn't require
that's
sight.
Attack roll.
I was gonna say, does Bless require sight to be able to see the creatures?
Of your choice of in range is what it says, but
Enoch is on a different floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh shit!
He's in the other temple.
I didn't notice.
He's in the upside down.
I didn't. Shut up.
No, we're in the upside down. He's in the regular.
No. Well, Bap, somebody. Okay, so. Hold on. E4 at. Oh shit! No, pass turn. There's nothing I can do.
Alright.
I thought it was for skill checks, but no, I think that's a different thing that clerics have.
Alright.
Yep. Alright,
see.
Zeno.
After you, my dear. For dimension door.
Alright. So
Yeah, the dimension door is gonna end up right here.
Okay, so in a flash of light, you both disappear, and
I like to imagine there's wine on the floor now.
oh yeah, there's just a sobbing mess as you see Zeno and Rue. For everybody that's there, just half soaked in wine, just on the floor.
So confirmed only a trap.
Yeah, you see Rue just kind of hold out her poor pretty cloak on the inside that's just completely stained, and she just kind of flaps it to fling some wine on the floor. Definitely a trap.
1 second. Cast Prestidigitation to dry it or drop both of us and get all the
Alright.
wine off.
Yep, you use it to dry and clean the clothes. It takes about 20 seconds to do between each of you, but yeah, you do manage to get your clothes all dried off and clean.
Is there like a puddle of the wine on the floor? I'm assuming.
There is, yes.
Just funny for flavor. Elise will just stick her finger in the puddle and just taste the wine.
Very aged wine. It's definitely vintage.
I'd also assume it's flavored by dust and mildew that's been on that floor in this tomb that hasn't been moved in for several thousand years.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious. She'll kind of whistle up at the ring, Enoch. And then she'll turn to Zeno and put a hand on his shoulder. Thank you.
Well, memory serves.
I already lost one friend today. I don't want to lose, or in this temple. I don't want to lose another one.
Above
I'm
game
glad
pressure
that-
sound doesn't travel through the ring, so Enoch's still up there trying to mess with that stone slab.
Can one of you guys go get him?
I'm glad that you're. I'm glad that you are alive.
I wasn't
Those
terribly
creatures look-
worried. I wasn't terribly worried until the wine creatures came.
They look weird, didn't they?
Wine creatures.
Yes, they were. Have you ever heard of an elemental?
Yes, stories and legends, and also they're rare, but we have seen them out in the jungle and around the ruins.
Yeah, imagine
but-
that, but the same one that was on our clothes a second ago.
Tyron looks down at the wine and he stomps it with his hoof. That'll show.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm glad I didn't have. Like, I just was like, okay, I'm gonna say come in and get out, because if I was as stupid as I used to be, I probably would have attacked one of those. And from what I remember from my days in college, water and electricity do not really mix.
Well, what I discovered about the door is that these stones are completely 100% immune to damage. I brought Unk's wrath fully up against this stone. I was trying to break my way in so I could free you, because I heard rushing water and whatnot, Rue, and there was nothing. I'm terribly sorry. I just should have been something I could have done.
She kind of waves it off. These are dangerous traps.
That is
Can't
why we
expect
must be
brute strength
careful.
to do everything.
Obalaka kind of chimes in, Terrapane. That is why we need to be careful.
Yes, Obalaka, I understand a little bit now.
Then on Enoch's end.
Alright. Enoch, I'm just saying for the sake of the brevity, was there somebody that went up to talk to Enoch
Think
in the
Dan
other
got
one, or is...
I think Dan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dan.
Dan,
Alright,
when you get
so
over
yeah.
here, you'll see Enoch trying to shove the thing up, trying to wedge his rapier hand under the stone.
Enoch,
What?
Zeno teleported her out of there. We're all good. You can come back to the other side now. Want a lift?
Yeah, sure. 1 second. You'll just see Enoch transform his hand back into its regular face, then just bend over and throw up from anxiety.
Aw.
All
Put a
right.
hand on Enoch's shoulder. You good?
I don't think I'm ever gonna be good. We have a lot of trauma to process. Just take me back down.
Yeah,
Uh,
fair point.
all right. So, Dan, as you ferry Enoch on the broom back around the ring, back down into the proper tomb, and as everybody recollects themselves, has time to ponder for a split second at how harrowing a encounter this could have been. That's where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Hooray!
Ooh.
I'm sorry I'm like this.
Look. All I know is that I was listening to you with the riddle, and then I was checking my notes to see if there was anything I missed. And then you said, I'm gonna open the sarcophagus, and I snapped my eyes open, and then just sounded like the fucking Punisher. I was like, no.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
like-
wait.
Hey, let me be completely honest. Like when you had to go in there, I was getting some water and I couldn't actually stop you.
Ah, good.
I was like, oh shit, she's in there now. Zeno's already like, oh well, he didn't go in there with him, so
No,
now I have no level 3 spells or no level 4 spells.
Wasn't overly worried again until the wine creatures came in. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a little bit of a hitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I had two thoughts. Either A, it teleports after a certain level of light, or B, something's in there that murdered Thorn.
I don't understand anything about the upside down, and it just very, very much just makes my head hurt.
Yeah. And
Because I was like, oh, everything that happens in that room doesn't happen in the other room. Nope, they're both closed. I'm like, cool. I'm out of ideas. I haven't read enough 70s sci-fi fiction and how this shit works. I don't know.
yeah.
My mind's full of fuck. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm with puzzles. That one, man. If that was just a trap room, just to be a trap room,
Pretty
Oh.
sure that's what it is, yeah.
I'm nettled.
Here's what I'm
can't-
thinking.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm thinking the ring will bring us here. Like I said, in Aegon's tomb now, it's going to be like marked what the correct path is, so you can go back to the other one and then use that information to actually unlock the tomb. At least that's what I'm guessing.
It's definitely a good thought.
Yeah, well, I know some of us need to start getting out of here, so let's start wrapping it up. Caitlin, where can they find you?
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter, Caitlin C37, where I do art. Commissions are technically open, although they might take a while because I have a few really, really, really big pieces. But that said, yeah, you can find all my information there.
Alrighty, DeLuna, where can they find you?
you can find me at Luna1338 on Twitter, and on on Discord is like just look for me. I'm Luna13 everywhere. Basically, you can find me there. I am honestly like really happy that worked because I was like in both in game and above game. I did not want to lose another player character.
Don't
You
worry, I
can't
have a
make
couple
blush.
lined up. I can't help
Doesn't
it.
make it feel better, Caitlin.
Alright. Moving on. Chaka, where can they find you?
Hi, you can find me here on Tuesdays playing Elise. You can find me on Twitter at ChocolateZombie101. You can find me on Twitch at ChocolateZombie101, and soon you can find me on Thursdays at twitch.tv/TwitchThePerson, along with Deluna for our upcoming Power Rangers tabletop campaign.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Draco, where can they find you?
Everyone, you can find me on YouTube as Draco Magnius, on Twitter at DMagnius, and you can find me here on Twitch at Draco_Magnius. Every Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. East Standard Time, I stream. On Wednesdays, I stream Super Paper Mario. On Friday, I stream Dragon Quest XI. And special news I'm announcing here for the very first time, on Thursday, I'm going to be playing a new game that isn't released yet. You see, I got an email from the developer giving me a stream key, and I'm going to be playing the game Ren's Demons 1, which is a experimental philosophical narrative RPG.
Ooh.
Well,
Where
that sounds fun.
the game is about you and your connection with the player characters and NPCs in that universe. It's a very meta sort of thing from just looking at this Steam page alone. I'm going in completely blind, so I have no idea what's gonna happen. So tune in on Thursday at 10 p.m. East Standard Time and see what the fuck happens.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I really got floored. Like, I looked at my emails like, wait a minute, what's this? Oh, okay. Sure, I'm down.
Fantastic. Milla, where can they find you?
Well, hello. When you can't find me DMing for this lovely group of players who, have narrowly dodged various traps, you can find me on Twitter at MiddleNinjaNerd, and also when I occasionally stream at twitch.tv/MiddleNinja, and also Monday nights at twitch.tv/LeJake, where I play in Trials of Edos Legacy of the Deal Breakers. We are in the middle of a big epic boss fight. That's basically the climax for this arc. Maybe. I'm not sure, can't confirm, but it is indeed a badass boss battle, and tune in next week to see how we'll stand against basically a dragon lieutenant and other bad guys that are like teaming up against us. It's a whole thing. Thoughts are up before I keep track, but anyway, that's it for me.
All right, Rabbit, where can they find you?
Hey, what's going on? My name is Rabbit. I'm a writer. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Hey Mr. Rabbit. I stream Monday through Friday. I'm a variety streamer. I play RPGs. Horror games, and retro games mostly. Play a lot of little known or just unsung games. Some of my favorites, just off the top of the cuff, is like RuneScape, Guild Wars 2. I play old games like Castlevania, Ghostwire Tokyo, Grim Dawn. There's going to be one I'm going to be playing soon called Fashion Police Squad, which is going to be absolutely hilarious. Yeah, that's pretty much me. Man, I'm frazzled. Those are the luckiest rolls I ever made on D20. And nothing happened, and almost Caitlin died again. When I was listening, I was thinking about the information, and all I hear is Caitlin go, anyway, button push, click, what happened?
I can't help myself, I'm sorry.
I am, if there is, if we ever go to a place called Button Museum, you are not going there.
Uh-huh.
Ever.
I think it's a bad time to mention that I've been seeing Caitlin playing Escape Room a lot.
Yep.
God. Oh my god. Anyway, so if you want fun japes and a little bit of drapes, come on down to Hey Mr. Rabbit. I stream Monday through Friday. And I'd be glad to see you. See you, man.
And you've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on YouTube and Twitter at the exact same Burnout Vaughn, where I be uploading things. I'm a little behind on uploading because I just started a new game, which is Eldest Souls, which is an 8-bit Dark Souls clone that is nothing but boss battles. No other enemies to fight so far, just bosses. So the learning curve has been steep and painful, but it's fun. Probably also going to get back into some more Scarlet Nexus, try to figure out why I was given so much trouble last time. As well as some Bravely Default, because I've been farming boss weapons in that game in my off time. And also, this Saturday, we have Saved by the Spell coming back after nearly a month away. So be ready for some more Strixhaven fun on Saturday. And now it is time for us to find someone to raid. And while you guys let me know who's all online, I'll read off El Robot's quote of the session, which goes to Dan. I dropped the previously dead little girl's skull into the chasm.
I've got Brokaiser. I have Paper Box House from the Mercs, and I believe I did have Coup, but it looks like he went offline.
I also have Snatch Cat, and let's see who else.
Yeah, the only one I have is the only other one I have is Octopan.
Well, I know that Brawl has been doing his online fan dub of stuff and trying to get people to notice that, so I think we'll raid into him. Because he does that live on Twitch, so give me one quick second.
So what will our raid message be in the meantime?
We lived!
Perhaps... we lived! Also, potential...
Actually, no, I got a better one. Want some wine?
Sure, want some wine.
Or drown in your sorrows.
No,
want some
that
wine.
sounds sad. That sounds
Yeah,
sad.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, want some wine? Want some wine sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming out, and we will see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.